following is a presentation of Radio Plus Sports and Jeff's live streams.
1:45 to go in double overtime. Back down to Baker. One-timer. Wagner scores! Ball game! Ty Wagner wins it in overtime.
Radio Plus Sports, a Wisconsin Broadcasters Association first place winner for best digital production in the state.
6.5, and here come the Lions. Botting drives in. Another nice shot off the glass, put back by Bresky. He'll try again, and on the third chance, he puts it down.
You're seeing that height from Bresky really play a factor in these rebounds and off the glass here early.
In-depth interviews with coaches and players, sideline reports, expert analysis, and top-notch production.
Meyer has it on the right wing up top now to Drinkwine. Pump fake, thought about three, doesn't take it, looks around for some help and gets it to Landon Baker. Baker, pass inside, Meyer on the block. Nice jumper from Talon Meyer. He's got all four for Mayville, cuts the lead back to 8.
On the steal from Judkins, he goes baseline, shovels it underneath, kicked out to Talon Meyer. Meyer spins once, kicks it out here to Promersberger. Hands off to Middlestat on the right wing. He's got a three. Emerson Middlestat starts the game off strong for Mayville, and they lead it at first on the Quest Interiors scoreboard.
Our sponsors include
Hoekstra's Greenhouse, Katie's Log Cabin, Generations Lanes, and Angling Only.
Pino Construction, Verhaeg's Furniture, Schaefer Auto,
Coal, Oil, and Propane, Witt Services,
Lidkey Lumber, Hoffs of Brownsville, Municipal Well and Pump,
All Phase Heating, Cooling Geo, Back in Action, Brock Fleischer, Homestead Realty,
Ergo Bank Lamira, Maxwell Plumbing, Metalcraft of Mayville,
Michaels Corporation, Quest Interiors, Schroffnagel Implements,
Surefire Heating and Cooling, Westfall Printing and Graphics, Bristol Morgan Bank, Marshview Veterinary Clinic, Mayville Savings Bank, Bernard Plumbing, Keller Buildings.
Let's go live to the Radio Plus Sports broadcast booth with Jeff's live stream, providing game day coverage.
The Division I regional final for hockey as the De Pere Voyagers take on the Fond du Lac Cardinals. They make the trek up here to De Pere. Justin Schwartzman alongside Jeff Sauer, Jacob Haney, and Cam Hatcher down here on the portables for us tonight. Jeff, back in De Pere for the first time in a long time, huh?
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've been to this rink. I mean, I think we played at De Pere in 2018, 2017 season, but that's the last time that I recall being here, and that might have been the last time that I think Waupun has probably played against De Pere.
Yeah, Fond du Lac played them earlier in the season. It was a 2-1 game. We're going to hear more about that on this Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. A 2-7 matchup here in Division I. An upset last night. The winner will take on the Bay Area Storm, who took down Notre Dame Academy last night. So Bay Area could be at home if Fond du Lac were to pull off the upset tonight. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back and talk about the Voyagers of De Pere on Radio Plus in cooperation with Jeff's live streams.
Bryant and AirTech Heating of Fond du Lac.
Captain Jeremy Brenner says, let's have some fun with Angling Only Guide Service. They're the premier Lake Michigan salmon charter service out of Sheboygan. They're hitting the open water June through Labor Day next year. Each trip is 6 hours and includes fish cleaning. Only $600 weekends and $500 weekdays for up to 6 people. Hey, you're gonna catch fish, no doubt about it. Mention this ad during our high school sports broadcast and save $100. Email them today at anglingonlyfishing@gmail.com.
Dedication, training, giving 100%. Back in Action proudly supports high school athletes on and off the field. From physical and occupational therapy to pre- and post-orthopedic surgery to work-related and sports injuries, the staff at Back in Action is trained and dedicated to your treatment, recovery, and return to the lifestyle you're looking for. With locations in Fond du Lac, Kewaskum, Mayville, and New Holstein, Back in Action has a one-on-one approach that's second to none. Learn more at backinactionrehab.com.
At Burke, our mission is simple. We want to bring play that moves you to communities around the world. Our skilled team, from welders and CNC operators to illustrators and 3D designers, work together to create places where kids can explore, play, and dream. Want to be a part of something special? Visit burkecareers.com and apply today.
For over 120 years, Bristol Morgan Bank has served central Wisconsin communities. We're still here, not just as your financial partner, but as a community partner, Communities change over time. They grow, your business grows, your family priorities change. This is why, over the years, we've adapted to the needs of our customers, offering digital tools for convenience, scheduling in-person appointments where and when it works for you, designing products to impact your financial future, because that's what community banks do.
Generations Lanes of El Dorado. Join one of our adult or kids leagues or bowl in our monthly Friday night tournament. Or get a group together for a family or corporate bowling function. We are more than just bowling. A great spot to bring your family for a meal. Awesome homemade pizzas and soups, as well as appetizers, wraps, and sandwiches. Daily food specials. Fish Fry Friday. Open daily at 11 with the kitchen open late. Ask about us catering your next function. We are home to Laconia Bowling and proud supporter of the Laconia Spartans and all student athletes.
Welcome to Hookstra's Marketing Greenhouse. Here at Hookstra's Marketing Greenhouse, we are proud to provide South Central Wisconsin with the most beautiful flowers and freshest fruits and vegetables. In the fall, we have many varieties of squash and pumpkins, to just name a few. We are also proud to offer one-of-a-kind gifts like hanging baskets, iron hangers, decorative planters, and concrete statuary. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook for more info and pictures. So come on out to Hookstra's Marketing Greenhouse, located on Highway A between Fox Lake and Randolph, and you'll be glad you did.
Welcome to Hoff's Quality Meats and Catering, where every cut starts with tradition and cares for your family. Step inside to a display case filled with fresh, marbled beef and pork, farm-fresh chicken, and vibrant sausages. We are more than a meat market. Check out our catering menu, takeout menus, and even our fish fry. From family dinners to weeknight staples, Hoff's offers friendly service and local artistry you can taste. Visit Hoff's today for quality cuts and weekly specials that make every meal a little more delicious. Or call 920-583-3734 to order from our menu.
Back. The 18-4-1 De Pere Voyagers begin their playoff trek tonight, led by J.P. Capo, their coach, who has had a resurgence here in this Voyagers team. And I would think, Jeff, if we talked about playing De Pere when I was in high school, I would say 0.9. It's a night where we're going to have a great game, and it's for the team that we had at the time. And Waupun, it was De Pere did not match up well against teams like us, and they do now. They have had a resurgence here. They've gotten more kids into the program, and they have a very strong forward core that's led by Max Grenia. And it's not just Max Grenia. They have another guy, Landon Smith, who's got 19 goals. He's got 36 points. 33 points coming from Cade Kosarik. He leads them in assists with 23. You have 17 goals as well coming from, I lost him on my sheet here, Palmer Anderson on the second or third line. I mean, it rotates so much through this team, Jeff. I know you haven't had the chance to see them this year. Actually, you did. Were you with me on the Fondy game with them?
I don't recall, to be honest with you. I think Cameron was, so I don't think that I was there. But what you have stated, specifically looking on paper, again, they're all close in the scoring. You've got Smith with like you said, with 19. Grenia with 17. Palmer Anderson with 17. William Burkholz with 14. So you've got multiple goal scorers, and it's up and down. Wiehausen with 11. But what's more impressive to me, Justin, is where you've got the assists. They're all over the place as well.
Oh, yeah, you got 17 from Smith, 23 from Kosarik. They share the puck, and the thing you have is they have depth in lines. The first line with Burkholz, Grenia, and Lee. Then you go to Anderson, Kosarik, and Smith, and then you drop down to the LaBelle line. LaBelle's got 18 points this season. Your third line center putting up points like that, it's a development thing. If you have the depth that all the way through your lineup like that, I think that could cause some issues for Fond du Lac tonight. The power play in the regular season for the Voyagers was 27%, a 90% penalty kill. They scored 5.43 goals per game, a 239 goals against per game. At 5-2 in their conference. They actually won their conference tournament. They beat Notre Dame late in the season, 5-3. They've won 12 of their last 13. Last loss coming to Neenah just a few weeks ago. If you talk about being red hot coming into the playoffs, you talk about the De Pere Voyagers.
Yeah, and what is also impressive about those special teams there, Justin, is they have taken almost the same number of penalties as they have power plays. And whenever you make those equal, Justin, you know that's you want to have that opportunity on special teams to be balanced like that.
Yeah, they're almost at 120 or over 120%. I mean, that's fantastic. You add them up, you want to be around 110. Well, they're at 117. I mean, it's unbelievable. And their goaltender, Chase Vandeven, is part of the reason why their penalty kill is so good. He's got a .237, a .901. He's 12-2 on the season in 15 games played. He's been fantastic for the Voyagers. I mean, any team that wins 12 of their last 13, and they went on a 10-game winning streak before losing to Neenah just a few weeks ago, I mean, it tells you a fact. They're the 2 seed in this section for a reason. People have to come here for a reason. And Bay Area is waiting the winner of this game. I know these two, Bay Area and De Pere, played a tight game earlier in the season a couple times, actually, because they're in the same conference. But I know Fondy, Bay Area probably wants another crack at Fondy, too. And Fondy playing some of their best hockey as of late. We're going to take another short break. We'll come back and talk about the Cardinals here on the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. Good shot of the Voyagers coming out of the locker room. Back after this.
Daydreams of spring begin. Connect with the Auto Show Sale at Holiday and explore all that's new from Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. Score money-saving offers, get more for your trade, and enjoy Team Holiday's warm and genuine guest care.
We earn the trust of drivers from all over Wisconsin by following through and going the extra mile. It's what we do.
Showtime is go time. Find yours and drive it home today from Holiday Automotive, Fond du Lac. It's worth the trip.
Join Ahern and build a better future. Ahern is a mechanical fire protection and fabrication contractor that's been doing business in our community for over 145 years. They're now hiring and typically recruit over 180 positions from across the company. Trades, apprenticeships, office professionals, internships, and much more. Log on to aherncareers.com to learn about the company and the positions they're looking to fill. Build a better future for yourself and your community.
Katie's Log Cabin is a great place to stop for lunch or dinner, grab one of the daily specials, or check out the full menu. Katie's Log Cabin specials include Tuesday is pizza, Wednesday is wings, Thursday is a rotating special, Friday and Saturday is fish fry, Saturday is also prime rib, and Sunday is a broasted chicken dinner. Not in the mood for a special? Katie's has you covered with full menu options, appetizers, salads, wraps, pizzas, and sandwiches. Katie's Log Cabin Restaurant in Oakfield. Life is better at the cabin.
Rediscover the hometown lumberyard experience in your own backyard. Hi, this is Dave, third generation of the family-owned and operated Lidke Lumber True Value in downtown Lamira. I welcome you to experience what the hometown lumberyard has to offer. Better products, better advice, better service. From one O-ring to all the building materials to build a house, we had the products to get the job done. Hardware, plumbing, electrical, paint, lawn and garden, automotive, bird, and so much more. Come experience what your hometown lumberyard has to offer. Lidke Lumber True Value in downtown Lamira, where the tracks cross Main, or online at lidkelumber.com.
Hi, I'm Aaron Sadoff, blessed to be the president of Marian University right here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. If you are beginning your college adventure or looking to transfer, Marian University could be the perfect fit for you. Our beautiful campus, our amazing faculty and staff, our Division III athletics, and our amazing mission are waiting for you. Come visit Marian University. Not only will you get a great education, but we will help you become the best for the world. Good luck and go Sabres!
Municipal Well and Pump has helped communities and industries keep water running with expert well drilling, pump installation, and dependable maintenance. Our experienced team is committed, quality workmanship, and getting the job done right the very first time. When reliable water matters most, trust the name built on honesty, integrity, and experience. Municipal Well and Pump, delivering water you can depend on.
Just like a great team, National Exchange Bank and Trust knows that success is built on strong relationships and trust. Since 1933, the bank has been locally owned and focused on serving the needs of our community so that our friends and neighbors can live the life they want. Let National Exchange Bank and Trust be your financial teammate for life, because when it comes to your financial goals, we're here to help you stay ahead of the game. Visit nebat.com to learn more.
The 9-15 Cardinals picked up their first playoff win over the Beaver Dam Golden Beavers in a 6-1 victory. A couple players had some nice nights. Easton was Sink with a goal and assist alongside Killian Murphy. Brady Wayner with 2 assists in that one. Gamble stopped 15 of 16 in that victory. In the regular season, they were led by Peyton Umentum with 12 goals and 18 points. Eli Czar with 15 points and Caden Umentum with 15 points. Czar led them in assists. Last time these two teams met, it was a game where the Voyagers outshot Fond du Lac almost 3 times. Shots were 40-15, and Colin Gamble stopped 38 of 40. A goal 8 seconds into the third period by Austin Lee is how the Voyagers took the lead, and then just a couple minutes later, it was Cade Kosaric from Landon Smith. Fond du Lac went 1 for 3 on the power play, and for Fond du Lac, a power play that has been struggling later in the season. The beginning of the season, Jeff, we talked about how they had such trouble on the power play in the last couple years, and it was running at 20-25%. We're like, oh, look at this. Well, it's dropped down to 15% by the end of the season with just a 69% penalty kill. Not good rolling into the playoffs.
Yeah, special teams is one of the areas that Coach talks about all the time. But have you ever seen anything like this, Justin? 9-8 on shots, 19-1 in the second period. I cannot ever remember seeing that. I've not seen a shot 12-6 like they did in the third, 2-1, 19-1.
19-1, and you were still up 1-0 after that period as well.
I mean, that is just unbelievable that you would see that in a hockey game.
And we talked about how Colin Gamble had such a role to step into with taking over for Spencer Schober, and that game to me showed, okay, he can do it.
Yep.
He is this guy, and he is going to be a guy here for 2 years to be a very good goaltender for this team. In the playoffs, anything can happen, and a goaltender can easily steal you a game. I know Coach Saracen talked about he doesn't think that his goaltender is going to be the problem. He's like, that's the guy we know who's going to be back there and make the saves we need him to make. So they're really maybe have to rely on him again tonight, but Fond du Lac's playing a whole different style of hockey than we've seen them play in the last 3 weeks, Jeff. I know you saw him play against Homestead in the Badgerland, and you said they look way different.
Yeah, they did. They were much more aggressive and much more offensive, which was so much more fun to watch out of this Fond du Lac team. To go to the net and put shots on net rather than sitting back and waiting to see what was going to happen. And it was more team hockey. They were moving the puck side to side, which was really incredible to see. And what it did is open up the goalie. We also know this, Justin, momentum is huge at the high school level. How important do you think that it was that Fond du Lac had a game on Tuesday and got to play, where De Pere has been off for over a week?
And you look at it both ways. De Pere gets the home game, too. So, I mean, for Fondy, you played on Tuesday, and you played a tight game in the first 2 periods. You blew it open in the third period, and I think that gives them a lot of confidence. The offense had been struggling the entire season. They only scored 2.08 goals a game. They give up 3.67. If you're only giving up over 3.5 goals a game, you're going to think that your record would not be 9-15. Well, it is, because the offense has been a struggle. They had an offensive explosion in the last game. They only scored 1 goal against this Voyagers team the last time, but the forecheck, the in-zone offense for them, for me, has been fantastic in the last probably 3 weeks. And I know Coach Sayers and I will talk about that on that Fondy Family Dental Coach of Smile interview in just a few moments. But, Jeff, high school hockey, the biggest thing for me is if you can sustain a quality in-zone offense, that's how you create a ton of chances. Yes, they're going to get odd man rushes and stuff like that. But if you have the puck in the zone the entire time, the other team's not going to have the odd man rushes.
Right, absolutely. Great shot here from behind the net here by Cameron, and we had great shots over there with Jacob over there on the warm-up, so it's been fantastic to see what we've got going on here with our portable cameras tonight, Justin.
Yeah, we got the A-team here up in De Pere tonight working on trying to get everything, our craft as we call it, Jeff.
Yep.
We would say hockey is our craft.
It is.
We love hockey. We love playoff hockey. It's been fun so far. We had one doubleheader or tripleheader last night because we had Waupun as well. But we're going to take another quick break. We'll come back. Fondy Family Dental Coach's Smile interview with Coach Ryan Saracen after this.
For nearly 50 years, Pinot Buildings has created the highest quality post-frame buildings. Headquartered in Rosendale, Wisconsin, we proudly serve the Badger State and Illinois. We deliver unparalleled craftsmanship and quality with all the warmth and care you'd expect from a small-town family business. Whether you're planning a large commercial or agricultural project, a barn-dominium, or a smaller personal shop or structure, Pinot Buildings are built for you and designed to last. Connect with us to get started.
Tired of pushy sales tactics? Welcome to Schaefer Auto, where they make buying a vehicle simple, safe, and satisfying. You'll find a sweet selection of pre-owned vehicles for every budget. Each is inspected and backed by a warranty option of your choice. Financing isn't a problem. Get approved online and drive home with confidence. Schaefer Auto has the right ride for you. Visit the lot at 404 Shaler Drive in Waupun and online at schaefer-auto.com. Schaefer Auto, no gimmicks, no pressure, no worries.
Hey, Devontae.
Let me get a Cantina chicken burrito and a bowl with that seasoned, slow-roasted chicken I like, please.
You have a golf course in your house?
I got a Taco Bell in my house, bro.
Where did it go? Where did it go?
Oh, there it is. Cheaters don't get chicken. Huh? Cheaters get no chicken.
I won't give him any.
Looking for a reliable roofing contractor? Witt Services has got you covered. With 5 years of experience, they specialize in everything from roof repairs to full replacements. Their team is dedicated to quality workmanship and customer satisfaction. Plus, they offer free estimates, so you know exactly what to expect. Whether it's a leaky roof or a complete overhaul, Witt Services is the go-to choice for all roofing needs. Don't wait. Reach out today.
Back here in the Fondy Family Dental Coaches Smile interview, Dr. Chad and his team will make you smile before, after, and yes, even during your appointment. Back here with Coach Ryan Saracen. Coach, welcome back to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Coach, you guys took down Beaver Dam, did what you needed to do, and you will now take on De Pere tonight. Let's go to that Beaver Dam game. I thought it was a performance that it saw a lot of depth from your team, the Easton Wisnick and Killian Murphy line. I thought they were fantastic. I mean, the second and third line seemed to really get your guys' offense rolling with the in-zone offense and the forecheck in that Beaver Dam game.
Yeah, I like that some of those younger guys really started stepping up. You know, guys were leaning on that have gained experience. Maybe we saw some little bit of learning growth over the start of the year, but are gaining some experience and confidence later in the season. So that was good to see, and the depth was good to see.
Coach, you take on a team that you've already played this season. It was a good game the first time we played. It was a 2-1 win for De Pere, but you guys, had a power play goal in the game. Your goaltender Gamble played fantastic. Obviously, but De Pere's had one of the better second halves of the season into the Division I level. You know what they are, but what do you think that is a key for you guys tonight in shutting down that big top line that they have?
Yeah, I think you kind of alluded to a few things already, which is, playoff hockey comes down to, some of the things you work on all the time. Goaltending is one of them. And, Colin did play great first time. So hopefully we don't have to lean into him that heavy this game. But I think they outshot us 2-1, and he was great that game. So we're going to need that. And, to have success, and then just those little things we've been working on all year. The things with the fine-tuned details like we were going through yesterday. Power play needs to be clicking, and we're just gonna have to be real sharp tonight. Run our face-off plays. Just the little details we've been working on. We're gonna have to get that and a few bounces maybe along the way. So.
Coach, out of that Beaver Dam game, what did you see out of the guys that could translate well into taking on this De Pere team tonight?
Well, I mean, again, we've been working on cycling. We've been working on, just making plays around the net, and I think that's what that's where some of those goals came from. And again, that depth helped as well, because that was a close game into the third, but I think it paid off down the stretch. So I think we can match De Pere's physicality, and like you said, they kind of got really kind of pretty deep up front. So I think if we can hold them out of their offensive, or out of our offensive zone, and get a little zone time, and we've been working on puck possession and cycle, that'll help.
Coach, for you guys, I know we talk about how you guys want to get north going quickly. I thought the last like 5 games for you guys, and starting with the Badgerland tournament, you guys talked about how you wanted to get north faster, you wanted your D to get the puck up quicker and use the boards and everything to their ability. I thought you guys have done that so much better in the latter part of this season. Obviously, working on that makes a big difference for you. I don't know what you feel about that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, what we had found again in some of those stretches where we had, kind of dropped a bunch of close games or overtime games, and we had found ourselves maybe taking it back in the zone and just kind of not getting up ice quickly. When you take it back in your zone, or you're messing around with it, things happen, not in a good way for you. So if we can get puck up and we can transition and we can get moving, especially this really small rink we're playing on tonight, tight spaces, things happen real quick in a small neutral zone. Hopefully we can get some things going for us in the right direction.
Coach, that's a big difference. Obviously, yesterday you get the chance to practice on rink B, so very more similar to that De Pere style rink. Smaller ice, it's darker in there. That makes a difference for you guys coming from the big rink A. You think there's going to be a big time adjustment period, or you think the guys will be ready for it tonight?
I think we'll be ready. Like you said, we practiced on B. We wanted that yesterday, and it might take a little bit of getting used to. But I think we'll be fine. I think we match it. We just need to match their intensity and keep in our minds and make quick plays, and that things are going to happen quick out there. And like I said, hopefully there's no reason why they can't go in our direction as well. So that's what we've been preaching to the guys.
Coach, how's the health of the team?
Good, really good coming out of the Beaver Dam game. So that's good news.
We'll have Mason King back tonight, right? And I think he said that to me.
Yeah,
last
he
night.
will
Yep.
be back. He probably could have played, but again, he was.
For your continued support over the past 50 years. At Verhaeg's Furniture Mart, we're honored to have been voted by you to be the best of the best mattress store in the Fond du Lac area for 2024.
Our mission is to bring the best in bedding comfort, technology, and support to the Waupun area.
We've partnered with top brands like Tempur-Pedic, Puffy, Scott Living, Sealy, and Nectar to offer you the ultimate sleep experience.
Free delivery to Waupun and the surrounding area. See store for details.
Come shop at Verhaeg's.
Scotty's Auto Works for affordable auto care, from tires and alignments to routine auto maintenance. Trust the guys at Scotty's Auto Works, next to Pump and Pantry, Fond du Lac.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
AirTech delivers whatever it takes service to take care of you. Bryant and AirTech Heating of Fond du Lac.
Captain Jeremy Brenner says, let's have some fun with Angling Only Guide Service. They're the premier Lake Michigan salmon charter service out of Sheboygan. They're hitting the open water June through Labor Day next year. Each trip is 6 hours and includes fish cleaning. Only $600 weekends and $500 weekdays for up to 6 people. Hey, you're gonna catch fish, no doubt about it. Mention this ad during our high school sports broadcast and save $100. Email them today at anglingonlyfishing@gmail.com.
Dedication, training, giving 100%. Back in Action proudly supports high school athletes on and off the field. From physical and occupational therapy to pre- and post-orthopedic surgery to work-related and sports injuries, the staff at Back in Action is trained and dedicated to your treatment, recovery, and return to the lifestyle you're looking for. With locations in Fond du Lac, Kewaskum, Mayville, and New Holstein, Back in Action has a one-on-one approach that's second to none. Learn more at backinactionrehab.com.
Got paid? See Shane. Dr. Shane Bauer at Bauer Chiropractic.
Dr. Bauer can help relieve pain in arthritic knees, reduce or relieve pain from degenerative and herniated lumbar discs in your back. Dr. Bauer's laser treatment relieves pain and inflammation. Works like cortisone without the side effects. Dr. Bauer also offers custom orthotics for proper back posture. Since 1998, this area has trusted the team at Bauer Chiropractic. So if you've got pain, see Shane at Bauer Chiropractic.
Bob's Pizza now has its very own dine-in restaurant. Enjoy a family-friendly atmosphere with a cozy dining room, large game room, beautiful full bar, and even coffee next door from Just Love Coffee. With our expanded menu, your party will have no trouble satisfying the whole family. Delicious, legendary pizza for a legendary city. Bob's Pizza on the Avenue.
Happy fall, y'all. Hi, this is Jackie with All Phase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal, serving Dodge, Fond du Lac, Marquette, and Green Lake counties. Fall is a time for a whole home duct and dryer vent clean. We'll take care of what can't be seen. Removing dust? For us, that's a must. And a reminder, get on a furnace maintenance plan now so your home is clean and cozy this fall and winter. We are your home for the Coleman Equipment brand. Call 920-763-2301, providing your comfort zone for all seasons.
Hey, it's Bucky. If you're lucky, we'll be faster than a Derby from Kentucky.
Our keys to the game, built by Pino Construction, turn vision into reality. For the Fond du Lac Cardinals, it starts with a fast start, and that's something that they have struggled with this entire season, is getting out and getting going early in that burst period. And they plan on a smaller ice tonight. That's a big deal too. And they practice on rink B, getting ready for this, Jeff. But their physicality will be noticeable tonight. It was very noticeable against Beaver Dam. They got into the game early with it. I think with Mason King coming back into the lineup after having a little bout with 104-degree fever just on Monday, so he didn't play on Tuesday. I think that adds another factor of physicality for them.
Yeah, exactly. And I would agree with that. They have to get out to a fast start. That has not been their MO for most of the season. But again, we started to see in the Badgerland Conference Tournament, they started to turn things around and pick things going.
For De Pere, and you're at home, you have to feed off the energy here. You got a nice crowd, good little student section. Fondy's rolling in with their parents. They look like they're going to be a 50-50 split here almost. I see some of the Ledgers over here supporting the Cardinals as well. But I think the big thing for me for De Pere is you can't get too high in the home playoff game. That happens.
Right.
I mean, I know exactly when it happened. It happened when we played Waupun my junior year. You get too high, you get that couple days off, you get the people coming in who just played a game. Well, they're ready to go. They've got out of their craft. They played a good game. They got a confidence booster of a game and a 6-1 victory against Beaver Dam. So it makes a big difference for Fond du Lac coming into this night, riding a high, and De Pere having that extra week, Jeff.
That's why I was wondering, how important is it to have played a game already on Tuesday to get that playoff jitters out of there? Because here's what we also do know. You win, you stay and play. You lose, your season done, and it ends just like that.
And it ends just like that. It does. And it can happen just like that. I mean, we end up going to overtime, and then it's sudden death, and it's a whole different animal when you get to sudden death. I think for De Pere, you have to get off to a fast start too. You got, whether it's a block shot, it doesn't have to be a goal. When I say a fast start, it
right.
Block shots, you get a big hit, something to get you into the game early. Big block shot, a big save from your goaltender. For Fond du Lac, it goes the other way. It's the same thing. I think the big hits really get them into it, but they got to stay out of penalty trouble against this De Pere power play. Obviously, the last time they played, De Pere actually was 0 for 5 on the power play. Fond du Lac did a great job on the penalty kill, but early in the year, Fond du Lac's penalty kill was good.
Right.
Now the Bauer Chiropractic Injury Report got Payne C. Shane, Dr. Shane Bauer. For Fond du Lac, they're without Mason Freese. He's done for the season. He broke his hand, locked the shot up in. on their road trip up to Eau Claire and Baldwin. He is out for the season with a broken hand. Mason King steps back into the lineup after his bout with 104-degree fever. Should be a good one. We're going to take another short break. We'll come back. Sargento Cheese starting lineups coming up after this.
Key.
Okay, let's start with some clouds, some mountains over there, and finally a river. Hey, Dad, look.
Looks like the perfect spot.
American Family Insurance is here to protect your family on the road with the Travel Peace of Mind package.
American Family Insurance.
Visit Brad Tagle Petra today in Fond du Lac or Ripon.
For over 120 years, Bristol Morgan Bank has served central Wisconsin communities. We're still here, not just as your financial partner, but as a community partner. Communities change over time. They grow, your business grows, your family priorities change. This is why, over the years, we've adapted to the needs of our customers, offering digital tools for convenience, scheduling in-person appointments where and when it works for you, designing products to impact your financial future, because that's what community banks do.
Coal Oil and Propane is committed to establishing and upholding lasting relationships with our respected customers. We pledge to provide exceptional and reliable service, exceeding your expectations, and are dedicated to continuous improvement, embracing and driving change to better serve you. Whether you need service for residential, commercial, or agricultural, Coal Oil and Propane has you covered. Our goals are simple: great products, competitive pricing, and reliable service. Contact Coal Oil and Propane for all your fuel and lubricant needs. Trust Coal Oil and Propane.
This is Craig Larson, sales manager with locally owned Dufresne Moving and Storage. Moving is very important to me, and I take pride in making sure our clients are happy with their overall experience at a reasonable cost and done in a high quality manner. We have a crew that is dedicated on taking care of your stuff. Call me today for an estimate at 1-800-425-MOVE or visit us at DufresneMoving.com. Dufresne Moving and Storage of Fond du Lac, making your move and storage of goods simple.
Today's game is brought to you by Edward Jones and these area Edward Jones financial advisors. Robert Bruce, located at 68 North Main Street. Patrick Ellistad, located at 560 Fond du Lac Avenue. Matt Moses, located at 201 South Marr Street. Jeff Wills, located at 649 Fond du Lac Avenue. And Matt Helmer, located at 649 Fond du Lac Avenue. Good luck to all athletes in today's game. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Kasasa Rewards checking accounts? All Kasasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees when you meet the monthly qualification criteria. There's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Kasasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
When you hire the attorneys with the Everson Law Office, you're getting more than professional presentation. The attorneys at Everson Law Office are committed to excellence and have been successfully representing their clients since 2005. Practicing business law, estate planning, probate, guardianships, and real estate, they work closely with their clients, providing exceptional legal services that are catered specifically to their needs. Call attorney William Everson at 920-922-7113 or go to everson-law.com.
People have a reluctance to go see the dentist. It's an easy thing to put off or avoid altogether. But one visit to the caring professionals at Fondy Family Dental will change the way you think about the dentist. They provide quality family dental services to all ages in a happy, honest, and efficient manner that teaches and involves you on your custom plan. If you don't have insurance, ask about their new membership plan that can save you money. Call or schedule online today at Fondy Family.
Sargento Cheese starting lineup. Sargento is looking for manufacturing superstars, general production, machine operators, ops quality specialists, and maintenance pros. General production starting at $26 an hour, plus shift premiums for second and third shifts. Visit careers.sargento for more information. Starting on D for the Cardinals, the senior left-handed shot number 2, Brady Wayner. The sophomore right-handed shot number 3, Eli Czar, number 15. The left wing, Hayden Umentum. Senior center number 5, Peyton Umentum in the right wing. senior right wing, number 25. Maddox King in net. You'll see the junior catching with the left hand, number 30. Colin Gamble.
On you, Cam.
The starting lineup for the De Pere Voyagers. At defense, number 20, Michael Van Helden. At defense, number 3, Reed Sands. At left wing, a forward, number 4, Max Greenya. At right wing, number 8, Austin Lee. And at center, number 10, Will Burkholz. And in that, we will see Chase Van de Ven. Battle of the goaltenders today, and the last time these two teams played, it was 2-1, and you can throw records out the book at this point. It's going to be a tight checking, physical style. You saw it last night, actually, in the Homestead Springs game. Different style of hockey. National anthem coming up. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back after this on Radio Plus in cooperations with Jeff's live streams.
Each week, Lens Truck Center and Radio Plus Video Sports salute a great student athlete of the week. Congratulations to Fond du Lac's TJ Johnson.
TJ looks for Giesel and TJ Johnson for 3. Yes. And that's a big shot right there. Circle that one down at the 10:05 mark. Shot on the way. TJ Johnson for 3.
The senior scored 23 in a conference victory over Appleton East this past Friday night.
The main thing for the second half was just go crazy. Just communicate, do everything that we did the first half, do it better.
Again, TJ Johnson is our student athlete of the week this week from Radio Plus Video Sports and Men's Truck Center.
TJ Johnson will dribble, drive, penetrate, and go, and 1! TJ Johnson again for the Cardinals.
We got the trucks at Lens Truck.
Right Way Home Improvement, opening face-off from doors and gutters to roofs and sidings. Right Way Home Improvement has you covered. Kick off your home improvement project today and contact Right Way Home Improvement for your free estimate. Call 920-929-899 or visit rightwaybuilt.com. High school sports today on RadioPlusInfo.com is presented by these 4 Fond du Lac Edward Jones Financial Advisors: Matt Moses, Jeff Wills, Robert Bruce, and Patrick Ellisted. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Jeff, final thoughts before we get things rolling here.
I think that we're going to have a dandy of a contest here. You had already said it. I don't care what the records are. I don't care what the seeds are. You are going to see an absolutely amazing game here. Great shot there by Jacob as he zoomed in on the Cardinals. Could you swing your scoreboard camera just a little bit a little bit more? There you go. Thank you. Perfect.
First part of the game brought to you by Wisconsin Lighting Lab. And I know we're not in Fond du Lac tonight, but we saw what a great job they did with the lighting up in Fond du Lac. It looks fantastic there. Much brighter in there, different style look. In their road blacks are the Cardinals. They will work from right to left or west to east if you're a navigational fan. East to west will go the Voyagers, left to right on your radio dial to start tonight. It'll be Will Burkholz to take the draw against Cade Momentum, and we're ready to get underway from De Pere Ice Arena. Draw one back to Max Greenya. He chips it forward. Brady Wayner gains the red and dumps it in deep. Behind the net of Van de Ven. Stepping in is Maddox King. Poked further by Peyton Momentum. He gets back to the puck. Momentum throws it out in front under some sticks underneath Wayner and all the way down. Greenya gives forecheck. Czar retrieves the puck in his defensive zone. Tries to reverse it. He stopped it up enough for Wayner. Gives it back to Czar up the wall to Maddox King in his feet. Chips it out off some skates. It comes to Austin Lee in the slot. Lee lost the puck, drops it into the corner. Lee tied up by Wayner. Coming in to help.
Are you running the main camera?
Oh, thanks, Jeff.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Gonna have to get used to that. Van Helden turned it over. Comes the other way. Peyton Momentum with speed. Walks in, shoots, blocked. Good block right there. Putting it on the line with Sands. Killian Murphy fresh off the bench. You're going to see more of this line tonight. They were fantastic on Tuesday for the Cardinals against Beaver Dam. Parker Zebel tried to poke it away in the neutral zone. Dumps it in deep. See this Cade Koceric line come out. Puck along the wall. It's Parker Zebel. Dumps it in deep. It's picked up by Dane Waffle. One of the captains for this Voyagers team along the wall. It's Palmer Anderson, gets it out. Mason Holmes at the red, dumps it back in. Leo Dose throws one off a stick, comes into the neutral zone to Eli Czar. Czar dodges a check, dumps it in. Dose gets the puck back, throws it up the wall. Nice pass onto the tape of Cade Koceric. Gets hammered by Brady Wayner.
That's what you said. You were going to see some big physical contact here tonight to start.
First shot attempt on Gamble was blocked by Beckett Weber. Big hit right there on Koceric again from Wayner. Up at the point, Dose throws a long-range wrister off the blocker of Gamble. Weber chips it out. Tries to chip it around. Dose cannot. It comes back to Dane Waffle, and it's turned over and chipped in deep. It's Easton Wisnick, a goal and assist against Beaver Dam for him. Wisnick works away up top, gives it to Beckett Weber. Backhanded into the neutral zone. Koceric gives chase. Gilgenbach dumps it in. Body tagged up. It's Dane Waffle in the zone. Throws it over to Leo Dose. Trying to set up the regroup. Soft pass to Max Grenia. Nice move. Dancing around. Mason King. Oberlander can't get it out. Grenia battles for the puck with Burkholz. Dump down for Grenia. Backhander out in front. One-timer. Rolled over the stick of Austin Lee. That one went off the HVAC system here. That's one thing about these older rinks. The HVAC system hangs over the ice, so if it hits it, it'll blows the whistle right away, comes back into play. Bonnie will get the matchup and get the momentum with Maddox King line out there with Obernader with Czar and Wayner on D.
Great shot there by Jacob.
Austin Lee picks up the face-off, drops it down below. Wayner picks it off, turns it over to Max Grenia, but Peyton Umentum cleans things up, chips it further for Eli Czar. Cross-ice pass, numbers the other way if Fondy gets rolling here. Has Peyton Umentum wide open in the middle of the ice. Caden didn't see him. Peyton dumps it back down for Maddox King. King up top, Czar steps in, throws a shot off the blocker of Van de Ven. Peyton Umentum back down to Maddox King. Fondy forecheck getting working here, pass out in front off some sticks. Wayner at the point, slap shot, finds its way home. Brady Wayner from long range, it's 1-0.
What a fantastic job of getting traffic in front of the goalie, taking his eyes away and getting the beautiful tip in front.
I think that's his first of the season, if I remember correctly. Got to look at my roster, my sheet here, but if I remember correctly, Brady Wayner had not scored one all season long. Nope, just his second of the season.
What a great start there for Fond du Lac.
The leading point scorer in the playoffs. Brady Wayner with 3 points for the Cardinals now. His third, he had a pair of assists the other night. Picks up his third point of the playoffs. It's 1-0. We talked about a fast start. Just 3 minutes and 13 seconds into this one at the 3:13 mark. It's Brady Wayner, unassisted. It was a bouncing puck from the point, too.
I thought it got a tip on that there.
Oh, it was just bouncing, Jeff. It was, how do I say this? One of those long-range wristers that dips and dives on a goaltender. Murphy can't get enough of the puck. It's kept in by Waffle. He fires it into the far corner. Over to the stick of Koceric. It's chipped around Palmer Anderson. Murphy up the wall to Cooper Sobel. Turned over to Waffle at the line. Throws a shot. It's sticked away by Colin Gamble. Holmes tries to get it out. Sobel lost it. Dose walks the line. Drops it down to Koceric underneath his stick. Holmes ties his man up. Nick Obernader comes to get it out and gives it over to Murphy. Murphy chips it up for Zebel. It's poked away by Dane Waffle. It comes to Parker Zebel and dumps it in deep. Cardinals, I would say, probably leading in shots early here. They've had the quality chances to start. Here comes Palmer Anderson, the one-on-one shot just wide of Colin Gamble. And a penalty coming on Fond du Lac. It's going to go on Eli Czar for interference. To the power play, go the Voyagers. And Jeff, when you score an early goal, the one thing you don't want to do
take the momentum away.
Take all the momentum away and get a penalty right away. So the power play unit for the Voyagers comes out. Max Grenia out there with Will Burkholz. Pass comes up top to Van Helden. Van Helden works it over to Austin Lee. Backdoor pass to Grenia, knocked away by the stick of Maddox King and dropped below the goal line. Easton LaBelle passes, scores! Will Burkholz.
Right in the slot area. Great work there by DePere on their power play. Bad penalty kill.
It's good puck movement.
Yeah.
They work it below the goal line. They had it up top. They work it between the goal line, between the dots. Bonnie left, Burkholtz wide open in the slot. He ripped it over the blocker side of Colin Gamble and makes it 1-1.
Did you see who moved it in there, Justin? I'm sorry. I'm sure you did. I can't
Should have been LaBelle from the goal line, but we'll see what they say.
Yeah.
Maybe Max Grenia as well would get another one if that's it. Puck's dumped back in for the Cardinals. They try to get right back on the offense here. I'll give it to Max Grenia. Momentum keeps it in, dumps it back down. Picked up by Reed Sands for the Voyagers. Tries to backhand it out. It comes to Will Burkholtz. Throws it into space for Max Grenia, who dumps and goes for a change. It rims all the way around for Austin Lee. Lee fires it back behind the net. It's picked up by Maddox King. Kept in at the line. Shot sticked into the netting by Colin Gamble on the wrister from Michael Van Helden.
Great shot from the other end of the ice by Cameron over there.
The doctor, as they call him.
That's right.
So, just over 5 minutes into this one, 5:08, it's 1-1. A pair of early goals. One from Fond du Lac, 5-on-5, and a power play goal. Numbers the other way. Parker Zebel, he's got a 2-on-1 if he hurries. Zebel walks in, shoots it off the blocker. Nice stock from Vandevan. Sobel throws it off the outside of the cage. Puck battled for, knocked around, comes loose. Stepping is Obernader, shoots one, tipped off the blocker. The forecheck of the Cardinals hounding the D for the Voyagers. It's Dane Waffle cross ice, picked up off the boards by Landon Smith. Smith drop pass, one-timer goes there, knocked out of the air. Another stop Gamble. He makes another glove save. Colin Gamble with 3 big-time stops holds the game at 1 apiece. Faceoff comes to the blocker side of Colin Gamble. Cooper Sobel wins it over to the wall. Pass comes to Czar, who backhands it further for Zebel. Throws it cross ice for Killian Murphy. Murphy ties up with his man, gets knocked down. Slowly makes his way back up. The other way they go. Cross ice pass from Wiskow. And we think we got a penalty coming here. Wiskow going to get a cross-checking penalty. Fond du Lac going to go to the power play.
We said that was going to be a very physical game, Justin, and it certainly is living up to it.
Certainly is so far. The physicality has been very noticeable early. It'll be Ace Wiskow that goes off. Goes off for cross-checking. Wiskow for cross-checking. Fond du Lac, who's had problems getting their power play breakout rolling, and the Voyagers hounding them, keeping them back in the zone. A soft saucer pass over to Umentum. Throws it into space. Stepping in is Reed Sands. Sands dumps it back in. Czar will have to pick it up. They've already killed 30 seconds off the penalty. Got to get something going north. Tipped further for Austin Lee's offsides. Whistle blows. With 1:24 to go on the power play.
Good kill so far right here by the Voyagers on their penalty kill here. You had mentioned before, 90%. You just don't want to get into special teams battle here.
No, and they're a very aggressive penalty kill. Whether it's on the forecheck or just in general, they're always moving for Fond du Lac. You have to have more guys swing back if they're going to keep pressuring you like this. You got to get more people back to the puck where you have more room to go north. And right now, they just have the 3 guys back there. It's a 3-on-2 back there. You got to get more guys back to the puck. Here comes Peyton Umentum now, trying to get into the zone. They dump it in. It comes to Dose, who just backhands it right back out. Czar brings it all the way back. 55 seconds to go in the power play. Czar over to Umentum. Here comes Caden Umentum, going to take his ice, bring it up with speed. Umentum down the wing, bumped away by Dose. It comes behind the net. Can't keep it at the line. Fired all the way down. Good play by Dane Waffle. 30 seconds to go in the power play. Tied up along the wall by Landon Smith. Puck comes to Brady Wayner. Try to get that second unit out there, get some different looks in. Puck thrown into space, but Leo Dose is there. Chips it up for Palmer Anderson, and LaBelle and Wayner collide. Chipped further by Cooper Sobel. Dose claps it all the way down. 10 seconds to go in the power play. Fondy not even able to get set up in the zone.
They haven't had any offensive zone time here, and that's pretty hard to get shots on goal on your power play when you don't have that.
This is what they should have been doing.
Right.
Obernader walks in, shoots it. Blocker save, Van de Ven. Got to take your ice when it's given to you. Fondy did not do that. Here comes Max Grenier now. Chipped up by Wayner to Cooper Sobel. Sobel's got some space, cuts through the middle. Sobel makes a move, throws one off the stick of Van de Ven. Reed Sands behind the net, chips it forward. LaBelle throws it into space. He was looking for a cutting Grenier. It's dumped in by Wayner. Dose throws it cross ice to Max Grenier. Grenier chips it into space. He's got Easton LaBelle with him. LaBelle throws it out in front. Czar knocks it away. Throws it off the skates of Lee. It's Easton Wisnick trying to get to the puck. Lee, walk in front. Becker save. What a stop from Colin Gamble. A desperation save on Grenier. He walks out, shoots, and scores. Max Grenier under the glove. It's 2-1. At the 8:47 mark, Max Grenier makes it a 2-1 game.
That was a pretty shot.
Beautiful shot. Right under the glove. He got robbed on the first time on the glove by Gamble. Diving and making the save, and then Fond du Lac just let him walk right back out into the slot. Momentum to take the draw. He'll take it against Cade Koceric. It's one back to Reeder Gilgenbach. There was a dump on Van de Ven, patted away. Here comes Dane Waffle up the wall. Landon Smith chips for his center, Koceric. Pinched off by Momentum and dumped back in by Nick Obernader.
It's just a simple turnover, if you ask me, Justin, on that. They didn't go for a change, which you typically like to see. I know we disagree on that all the time, but look who's coming up the ice with the puck.
Now here comes Cade Koceric walking in. Koceric throws one off the shoulder. Cleared away by Momentum. Cross-ice pass. Anderson in front. Blocker save Gamble.
Rebound left way out in the juicy slot.
Koceric up top, drops it down for Waffle. It comes to Smith. One-touch pass, looking for Koceric. Couldn't handle the hot pass. Dumped back in deep, though. Anderson gives chase. It's reversed for Nick Obernader. Obernader high, flips all the way down. It will be an icing with
and
7:13
for safety concerns, they blow the whistle. Thank you so much.
To go in this first period. This part of the game brought to you by the Michaels Corporation. Face off in the defensive zone for the Cardinals. It'll be Cooper Sobel to take it against Easton LaBelle. It's one to the wall by LaBelle, but taken away by Zari. Gives it over to Killian Murphy. Murphy down the wing. Makes a nice move to the outside. Throws one off the shoulder of Van de Ven. Wayner keeps it into the line. Dumps it down for Parker Zebel. Zebel ties up with his defenseman. Puck thrown onto the tape of Foose. And dumped in by Czar. Bouncing puck. Van de Ven lost it. Almost found its way home. Saw Fond du Lac actually scored like that the last game they played. Murphy throws one towards the net. It was Mason Holmes scoring his first career varsity goal. Short-handed, Jeff. Puck comes out front. Zebel walks in. Loose for Murphy. He couldn't get all of it. It was blocked in front by Easton LaBelle.
Great opportunity there for the Cardinals. They just couldn't find the net. And that'll be an icing.
6:28 to go in this first period.
Face-off coming all the way back down here to the blocker side of Gamble.
Peyton Momentum will take the draw against Max Grenier. The Momentum brothers are fantastic at face-offs, but it was Burkholz actually that'll take it. Burkholz is very good as well. He wins it right back to Grenier. Grenier tried to pull it through Maddox King. He drops it down for Austin Lee instead. Lee rims it all the way around. King steps in. Him and Burkholz battle for it. Burkholz comes away with it. Dumps it back around. Lee along the wall. Working on Mason Holmes. Drops it back below the goal line. Obernader collides with Burkholz. Comes away with the puck. Up the wall to Maddox King. It's thrown towards the net. Cleared away to the corner by Colin Gamble. Burkholz cycles it down low. Spinning away from Maddox King is Austin Lee. Poked off his stick. Mason Holmes is stripped. Walking in. Lee to the backhand. Poked away. Dumped in by Van Helden. Lee behind the goal line, backhands it further along. It comes to Cade Umentum, who just flips it into the neutral zone. It's picked up by the stick of Obernader. Down the ice with speed. Obernader down the outside. Shoots one off the mask of Van de Ven. Cade Umentum picks up the rebound. Throws it out in front off some sticks and comes into the neutral zone for Eli Czar. Czar got some space to skate. Makes a move to the outside. Chips it for space. Wisnik will chase for the Cardinals. Pass to Palmer Anderson on the stretch pass. Knocked down by the glove of Beckett Weber on the dump attempt. Anderson knocked it down, gave it over to Kosaric. Poked away from him. Here's Wisnik. Chips for Mason King into the skates of Van Helden. Wainer loses the puck to Anderson, who gets it in deep. It's Czar now. Trying to set up the breakout. He gives it over to Beckett Weber. Pass in the middle of the ice picked off by Palmer Anderson. They reset and dump again. It's Czar trying to get the breakout rolling. Weber throws it. Picked off. Anderson again. Czar poked it away from him. Tries to dance around Kosaric and just gets it into the neutral zone. Waffle throws a cross-corner dump. Coming in off sides of the Voyagers, they'll go for a change. Third line for them will come out the LaBelle line. Wisnik steps up, makes a nice move around Easton LaBelle. He's got a lot of space to skate. Walks in, shoots it, glove save Van de Ven, but awkwardly makes the save on that one. Jeff, now you have your big pet peeve of icing. My biggest pet peeve is when you're on a small rink and you are a defenseman. If you get caught flat-footed like the Voyagers just were with a terrible gap, it's going to cause problems. And that's exactly what just happened. I mean, it was a tired Fondy team. Obernader throws a shot into the glove of Van de Ven, and he holds on.
Yeah. I would agree with you there.
Sagging too much. I think that both teams, this feeling out process that's going on that may or may not should be going on with playoff hockey, but it has been so far.
Yeah, but it's been far enough into the first period already that I agree with you. That feeling out process should be done.
Sobel throws one off a stick in front. Comes to Gilgenbach up top. Rister off some bodies and wide. Sobel loses it to Easton LaBelle. Numbers the other way. It's a 3-on-2. Could be a 4-on-2. LaBelle down the outside. Dances around Reader Gilgenbach, but does enough to keep him to the outside. It's picked off Obernader. Fondy with numbers the other way. 3-on-2. Obernader gives it to Murphy. And he was offsides. And if you're Nick Obernader, you don't give up that puck.
You don't pull it back at the blue line and drop it backwards.
No, you just keep skating.
Yeah, he only had one stride to get into the zone, and then he could have dropped it off to the side there. But I don't even know that you call that a blue line turnover because he wasn't at the blue line.
It's a blue line turnover.
Well,
it's still a blue line turnover because they're offsides.
Yeah, okay.
BLTs, baby, no BLTs.
Yep, no BLTs for this man.
I would never eat it either. It's a bacon lettuce salad on bread. Umentum dumps it below the goal line for Maddox King. Fond du Lac's forecheck has been good at times in this period. Czar throws one off the stick of Grenier and wide. Austin Lee gets to it on the wall. Chips it to his center. Burkholz, Wainer keeps it at the red and dumps it in. And another one bouncing awkwardly to the side of Chase Van de Ven. Umentum can't pick up the puck. Czar tries to dump it in again. He throws it off of Burkholz. It's poked back, but it comes to Max Grenier now. Grenier down the outside. Makes a move to the backhand. Wainer keeps him to the outside. Burkholz throws a shot off the mask of Gamble. Czar chips it forward. Maddox King can't hold on to the puck. It's turned over to Austin Lee in the neutral zone. Lee cuts all the way across onto the right side now. Has it in the corner, throws it out in front. Wainer clears it away, but it comes to Burkholz. Burkholz finds Palmer Anderson walking in, shooting just wide of the glove hand side of Colin Gamble.
Boy, I think he had Gamble beat there. Gamble was slid, trying to follow the puck out into the slot there. And just missing on the backside after the slide there by Gamble.
2:35 to go in this first period, Jeff. I would say when Fond du Lac has had their in-zone offense, it's been good. But their breakouts have been not great, is the easiest way for me to say it. They have not moved the puck well, getting it north quick enough, in my opinion.
Sorry, Justin.
Oh, I would say that's also because of good forecheck from DePere.
I would still like to see them moving the puck a little bit more in the offensive zone. There's a lot of shots towards the net more rather than moving the goalie. Because if you get him to move, I think they can open up some shots.
I do think that he's looked a little shaky so far as Van de Ven.
Yep.
I mean, I would, in my sense, I'd be throwing as many pucks on net as possible.
Yeah, but he's squaring up and picking up those initial shots. If they can get him to move, like they've made Gamble. We know Gamble, when he is squared up and can see the puck, he's right on it, right?
Oh, yeah, and I'm another one at the point where Fond du Lac just can't clear, and letting defensemen step up and make a nice play. Obernader now rims it around. King tries to chip it out, but Dose pinches in. Palmer Anderson loses it to Easton Wisnick. It's rimmed around for Beckett Weber. Weber makes a nice move, gets bumped down, but it's 2-on-2 the other way. Mason King flips one in the middle for Obernader. Obernader collides with Cade Koceric. It comes to Cooper Sobel. Sobel dances around Koceric. To the outside goes Cooper Sobel. Poked off his stick by Leo Dose. Penalty coming on DePere. It's an interference penalty on Palmer Anderson. Interference or elbowing, whichever one he calls. So Fond du Lac will go to the power play with 1:32 to go in this period. It was late. I mean, the puck was gone. It was picked up. They'll say interference, yep. So Fond du Lac to the power play. A power play that was not great in the latter part of the regular season. Something that they have worked on, and I think the smaller ice might help them a little bit here. And that one chipped down. It'll come into the bleachers, or not the bleachers, the bench area. Anderson will go off for interference, and probably the right call. Parker Bell below the goal line, tied up by this aggressive penalty kill. But Maddox King gets to the loose puck. And a penalty coming on Fond du Lac. It's going to be Peyton Umentum picking up a cross check.
Well, you don't want to give it back.
We'll see what they officially give him. But it looked like a cross check. Yep, cross checking. So 4-on-4 will play with 1:18, and I would say this favors the speed of DePere.
Yeah. Yep, I would agree with you on that after just watching what we're seeing here. And again, their puck movement. They've been moving the puck very well.
Very well. Forecheck has been great from them as well. Fond du Lac gets it out. Had a man wide open in the middle of the ice again. Burkholz with a nice back check. Pass comes to Austin Lee. Throws it cross ice to Max Green. The 3 forwards out there in 4-on-4.
That's a surprise, isn't it?
Yeah. That's a lot of trust coming from your coach is what it tells me. Picked off Obernader. He's got a lot of space. Obernader down the wing, walks in, shoots it right into the V of the Voyagers logo. Rebound poked into the chest of him by Maddox King. Comes to Umentum, walks in, shoots it, scores! Peyton Umentum has tied it with 44 seconds to go in the period.
That was great attack right there. As I said, move him. They moved him a couple of times on those shots. I thought that was incredible work.
It was great puck movement, and Obernader taking his ice, using his speed, picking off the pass in the neutral zone. But right there, Jeff, what I do want to allude to on that one is my favorite part of that whole situation is they hit him in the chest 3 times, and the last one actually just went right through his chest.
Right. At least that's what it looks like, right?
That's what it looked like. I mean, puck comes back to Nick Obernader. Throws it up for Peyton Umentum. It'll be Maddox King and Nick Obernader on the Peyton Umentum goal. Obernader spins away from the forecheck of Landon Smith. Cuts down the outside. Look at the speed from Nick Obernader. Dances through. Obernader walks in on the backhand. Throws it off a body in front. Van de Ven holds on with 16.9 seconds to go in the period.
Jacob, you're going to give your headset over to Coach, okay? And then turn the mic on and we'll ask him a question.
Jeff, it looks like a rejuvenated Fond du Lac team in the latter part of this period.
How big is momentum at high school sports? I mean, it just shows it right here, right?
Draw one back. Obernader walks in, shoots, blocker save. Rebound, pitchforked wide by Sobel. I think Van de Ven got a piece of it. Landon Smith tries to chip it out. He gets in the middle of the ice for Dane Waffle. 5 seconds to go. Waffle walks in. Blocker save by Gamble. 2 seconds and 1. We head to the second. Deadlocked at 2. Holiday Automotive Intermission Report coming up after this.
Dental.com.
Fond du Lac Equipment Rental and Repair is ready for your next project, so be sure to talk to Dave and his experienced staff. You know, from air compressors to chainsaws, excavators, lifts, tools, saws, and so much more. Now, do you have your snowblower tuned up and ready for the upcoming winter season? Fond du Lac Equipment Rental and Repair can do it. Check out their expanded rental lineup, too. Mention the words Radio Rental to get a 10% discount on your next rental. You can find them on Ford Drive on the west side of Fond du Lac.
Fond du Lac Equipment Rental and Repair is a proud Echo and Cub Cadet dealer.
Life is full of milestones, big and small. At Fond du Lac Credit Union, we're proud to be a part of your journey. From landing your first job, to moving into your dream home, starting a family, or planning for what's next, we make the money part easy so you can focus on what matters most. Whatever stage you're in, we're right there with you. Fond du Lac Credit Union, here for life and every stage along the way. For more information, visit fdlcu.com or stop into...
Back here in the Holiday Automotive Intermission Report, back with Coach Ryan Saracen. Coach, a 2-2 tie after the first period, a late one from Peyton Umentum. But what did you see from the guys? I thought the forecheck early was fantastic.
Yeah, I loved what I saw. We came out with the right energy and attitude, I thought, against a really good hockey team. Yeah, I also liked our response. I thought, again, they came out, they pushed back. We got the early goal, and we were able to knot it up here at the end. So be good to regroup and talk about it.
Physicality looks good, and it's a playoff-style hockey on this tight rink. I think the guys have adjusted well early.
Yeah, I did too. We know what type of rink it is here. Small neutral zone. Things happen real quick. You know, we talked about in the pregame, and no exception. I mean, tonight we said we got to match. You know, we're going to get, you know, they're going to come at us, and we have to match and show them that came on the road to play.
Coach, what do you want to see going into the second period?
Again, I think same attitude and physicality. Forecheck the same. We just got to make sure this ends tend to give us problems throughout the long change, and just got to be smart and not give them anything easy.
All right, Coach, thanks for joining us. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back after this on Radio Plus in cooperation with Jeff's live streams.
Generations Lanes of El Dorado. Join one of our adult or kids leagues or bowl in our monthly Friday night tournament. Or get a group together for a family or corporate bowling function. We are more than just bowling. A great spot to bring your family for a meal. Awesome homemade pizzas and soups, as well as appetizers, wraps, and sandwiches. Daily food specials. Fish Fry Friday. Open daily at 11 with the kitchen open late. Ask about us catering your next function. We are home to Laconia Bowling and proud supporter of the Laconia Spartans and all student athletes.
Welcome to Hookstra's Marketing Greenhouse. Here at Hookstra's Marketing Greenhouse, we are proud to provide South Central Wisconsin with the most beautiful flowers and freshest fruits and vegetables. In the fall, we have many varieties of squash and pumpkins, to just name a few. We are also proud to offer one-of-a-kind gifts like hanging baskets, iron hangers, decorative planters, and concrete statuary. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook for more info and pictures. So come on out to Hookstra's Marketing Greenhouse, located on Highway A between Fox Lake and Randolph, and you'll be glad you did.
Let the daydreams of spring begin. Connect with the Auto Show Sale at Holiday and explore all that's new from Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. Score money-saving offers, get more for your trade, and enjoy Team Holiday's warm and genuine guest care.
We earn the trust of drivers from all over Wisconsin by following through and going the extra mile. It's what we do.
Showtime is go time. Find yours and drive it home today from Holiday Automotive, Fond du Lac. It's worth the trip.
My name is Dave Hopper, and I've been with Hoppers for 35 years. My parents worked here, I work here, my son works here, my wife works here, so it's family. But I also look at the employees that we have today, and we have two that have over 25 years of employment here with us. So they are family. When we hire somebody new, I don't look at them as just an employee. They're part of our family, and that's what we strive for.
FBS Bank is here to help you achieve your dream of home ownership. For a limited time, we're offering home loans with just $595 closing costs plus title. Whether you're buying a new home or wanting to refinance, our experienced team is here to assist you. Visit our website at fbsbank.com or give us a call at 1-800-242-7880. Our friendly and experienced team will help guide you through the journey with FBS Bank. FBS Bank, banking made personal.
Integrity Saw and Tool is a proud sponsor of Fond du Lac area sports. They wish the best of luck to all local teams this fall and winter. Integrity prides itself on being the fastest producer of high-quality cutting tools and providing the most reliable sharpening service in the industry. If you're looking for a challenging career with excellent benefits and a family atmosphere, contact the team at integritysaw.com. That's integritysaw.com.
Join Ahern and build a better future. Ahern is a mechanical fire protection and fabrication contractor that's been doing business in our community for over 145 years. They're now hiring and typically recruit over 180 positions from across the company. Trades, apprenticeships, office professionals, internships, and much more. Log on to aherncareers.com to learn about the company and the positions they're looking to fill. Build a better future for yourself and your community.
King Manufacturing. Since 1926, we have been known for our first-class buildings and canopies. In fact, there are thousands of them in use across America and in the Caribbean. We have also produced and developed many other steel products for use in retail, commercial, and industrial applications, such as building fascia, loading racks, wall panel systems, and much more. Our design record attests to our dedication to quality and customer satisfaction. King Manufacturing, from design to completion.
Intermission report brought to you by Holiday Automotive. Holiday Automotive, worth the trip. Jeff, in that first period, we saw 4 goals, 2 from each team. And I think you could say there was a back and forth moment for the entire period from both teams. I think both teams played very well at points. I think both teams had their stretches where they didn't look so good at points. I think Fond du Lac's forecheck was fantastic. I also could say it the other way. I thought De Pere's forecheck was fantastic at times. The puck movement for both teams had its moments, but Fond du Lac comes out, ties it late with just 44 seconds to go. We'll get a full recap here from the period, at least in terms of the goals that were scored. A power play goal scored at the 12:24 mark. Oh, Jeff, no. Let me start this again. A first goal of the game scored at the 3:13 mark of the first period. Goal scored by Brady Wayner. It was a knuckler from the point. It dipped and dived and beat Chase Vandeven on the blocker side. And then just a minute and 23 seconds later, what you don't want to do is take a penalty at that time.
Right.
Well, Fond du Lac did, and it was Will Burkholz on a pass from Max Greenya. That's how we made it 1-1. Thanks, Cherry. And then at the 8:13 mark, it was Max Greenya. Came in all alone. It was a nice save originally by Gamble, a diving stop with the glove, and then the puck came right back to him and was allowed to circle back out in the slot. He ripped it underneath the glove. I'll fix that in a second, Jeff, don't worry. And then with 44 seconds to go in the period, at the 16:16 mark, it was Peyton Umentum on the rebound. On the other rebound, the first shot coming actually from Nick Obernader, another rebound from Maddox King, forked wide, and then Umentum finally buries it in the 4-on-4. We will have 28 seconds of 4-on-4 to start this second period. But, Jeff, I think both teams played a very good first period. It was physical. It was playoff hockey.
I think if you are the Fond du Lac Cardinals, like Coach Ryan Saracen said, you have to be ecstatic that you are on the road and it is 2-2 here in this contest here, in a packed environment here. It's just you couldn't have asked for a better situation except to be ahead 2-0. But you're not being blown out on the road. I mean, that is just phenomenal, especially since you are the 7th seed.
No, and you're not getting blown out. Actually, at times, to start the game, I would say Fond du Lac had a better start to the game than De Pere did. I thought Fond du Lac took it to him for probably about the first 5 minutes, and with minus the penalty where they took the lead, then took a penalty, De Pere scored, but I thought Fond du Lac still had the momentum out of that. Right after the goal, it was a great response. It was a good shift, a couple chances from that Umentum line. You heard Coach Saracen kind of key to that, where he talked about he thought they had a good response to everything that happened in that period, and I would agree with him.
Yeah, I would also, and I think you could tell by that intermission report that he gave us that he was pretty happy with the progress that his team had made.
He was pleased with his team, 100%, and I would be too, because, I mean, it's either you're down 2-1 coming into this second period and you're like, okay, we're still in this game, or you tie it up late, and that's a goal that can take the wind out of the sails of a team. I mean, those late goals are a big deal. The last minute, I mean, they're backbreakers.
Right, and you just said, as we were talking about it, how aggressive were they those last couple of minutes, those shots that they were putting on net?
Penalties for that period, the penalty that was scored on the power play was an interference penalty by Eli Czar. And then at the 10:56 mark, not at the 10:56 mark. Unbelievable, Jeff. I wish you would write it for me.
I did write it.
The 6:04 mark of the first period, it was a cross-checking penalty.
You keep talking about how math is your specialty.
That went on Ace Wisco. And then at the 15:42 mark, a cross-checking penalty that went on Caden Umentum while they were on the power play, and a penalty taken by Palmer Anderson. 4.5 to go in the intermission. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. Second period coming up after this.
Katie's Log Cabin is a great place to stop for lunch or dinner, grab one of the daily specials, or check out the full menu. Katie's Log Cabin specials include Tuesday is pizza, Wednesday is wings, Thursday is a rotating special, Friday and Saturday is fish fry, Saturday is also prime rib, and Sunday is a broasted chicken dinner. Not in the mood for a special? Katie's has you covered with full menu options, appetizers, salads, wraps, pizzas, and sandwiches. Katie's Log Cabin Restaurant in Oakfield. Life is better at the cabin.
We make you feel at home. At home and auto sales. Great selection and a price that's low. You'll find friendly smiles and a warm hello every time. We make you feel at home. At home and auto sales. Every time. We make you feel at home and auto sales.
Home and Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of high school sports.
Rediscover the hometown lumberyard experience in your own backyard. Hi, this is Dave, third generation of the family-owned and operated Lidke Lumber True Value in downtown Elmira. I welcome you to experience what the hometown lumberyard has to offer. Better products, better advice, better service. From one O-ring to all the building materials to build a house, we had the products to get the job done. Hardware, plumbing, electrical, paint, lawn and garden, automotive, bird, and so much more. Come experience what your hometown lumberyard has to offer. Lidke Lumber True Value in downtown Elmira, where the tracks cross Main, or online at lidkelumber.com.
Hi, I'm Aaron Sadoff. Blessed be the president of Marian University right here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. If you are beginning your college adventure or looking to transfer, Marian University could be the perfect fit for you. Our beautiful campus, our amazing faculty and staff, our Division III athletics, and our amazing mission are waiting for you. Come visit Marian University. Not only will you get a great education, but we will help you become the best for the world. Good luck and go Sabres.
You've dreamt of the kind of home you want to live in for years. Now is the time to turn that dream into a reality. Quest Interiors has you covered with flooring, cabinetry, and countertops all in one place. From kitchens and bathrooms to family and bedrooms, bring your vision to life with professional installation. Visit our showrooms in Oshkosh and Fond du Lac. Quest Interiors, exceptional style, exceptional savings.
Timing.
4-on-4 to start this second period. Draw one back by Peyton Umentum to Eli Czar. High School Sports Today is presented by these four: Fond du Lac, Edward Jones, financial advisors on RadioPlusInfo.com, Jeff Willis, Robert Bruce, Patrick Ellisted, and Matt Moses. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Peyton Umentum ties it up. Here comes Maddox King. Lost it in his skates. Poked on further. First time we're seeing Griffin Weehausen today. Weehausen out there with Kosaric and Smith. Three forwards again, Jeff, but it's to kill this rest of this penalty. But now, 2-on-2 the other way. Czar with all kinds of room to skate. Here comes Czar dancing around. Poked away by Dane Waffle.
Tried to put it through the feet. The feet just were not there. While he was skating backwards, he did not have those feet spread quite apart.
Both teams at full strength. Walking in, Smith throws one off the chest of Obernader, a block shot. Maddox King tries to chip it out. Kosaric knocks it back in deep for Landon Smith. Smith runs over Obernader. King pokes it along further and rims it right back where he was to the Voyagers player. Walking in from the line, Waffle throws one off. Some skates, pass save by Gamble. It comes into the neutral zone.
What a great play there by number 7, Nick Obernader, for the Fond du Lac Cardinals to help us the goalie out and clear.
Lee dumps it back in deep. It's Obernader who picks up the puck behind the net. Has time and space, throws it up, and hit a stick. It was tipped, no ice. Boards are lively here, too, so that's something you got to pay attention to if you're Fond du Lac. Parker Zebel on the forecheck. It comes to Cooper Sobel. Picked it off. Rims it back in deep. Dane Waffle pokes it further. He's tied up by Killian Murphy. This line has gotten the forecheck rolling like I said they did the last game, Jeff. This second and third line for Fond du Lac, creating some momentum for them right now against the top line of the De Pere Voyagers. Pass stolen. Here comes Killian Murphy now. Turned it over. Overskated the puck a little bit. Greenya gets knocked down. Cooper Sobel gets to the puck. Throws it right on the tape of Parker Zebel. Zebel gets it up to Murphy. Picked off by Waffle. Chipped in by Greenya. Burkholz will be the first one to it. Wayner throws it around for Czar. Up the boards. Nobody there. Pinching in. Van Helden. Van Helden poked off his stick. Couple Voyagers run into each other. Czar puts it into the skates of Zebel. Van Helden throws it off the stick of Sobel. It's Brady Wayner up the boards. Greenya knocks it down. Throws it to Austin Lee. Lee gets bumped off the puck. It's thrown off his skates. It comes to Greenya, who walks in. Shot. Glove down by Gamble, and he holds on. Greenya looking for a call. He's not going to get it.
You got to think that Coach Ryan Saracen has got to be pretty pleased with the start so far here of this second period here, Justin. Didn't see anything with the changes that so far would have had an impact.
No, and your second line got a big-time shift out of them. You get your third line out there, this Easton Wisnick line against the third line for this Voyagers team of Foose, LaBelle, and Williams. Reed Sands dumps it behind the net. It comes all the way around to Easton LaBelle. LaBelle backhands it in deep. Obernator knocked it down, chips it up the wall. Kept in by Van Helden at the line. Flips it into the far corner. Mason Holmes tied up. Williams turned it over to Obernator. Poke pinching in. Van Helden throws it towards the net. Gamble sticked it away. Loose in front. Gamble plays it to himself and holds on. Good play by Gamble to get it into his body where he can hold on to it. And Fond du Lac going to go right to the top line. Saracen did not like what he saw out of his third line.
What a job there by Gamble to be in the splits and still have the patience and not be panicking and to grab a hold of that puck with his stick and pull it
Just
to the glove.
softly pulls it right into his glove. Line matching a little bit here. They'll send the second line out against the Umentum Maddox King line.
Great job here by Cameron. He's been following the action down in this zone the entire time, all night so far.
Palmer Anderson turns it over in the neutral zone. He gets it back. Kosaric now poked off his stick by Wayner. Wayner chips it further up the wall. It's dumped in deep on the backhand by Leo Dose. Umentum drops it back for Wayner. Tied up by Landon Smith. Smith comes away with the puck. One-timer. Anderson fires it wide.
Fond du Lac now has to figure out a way to get this puck out in back into their offensive zone here. It's been zone time here for De Pere quite a bit.
Wayner almost poked it right into his goaltender. Him and Anderson battle for it below the net. Umentum throws it up the wall to Caden Umentum, who couldn't hold on to it. It's Kosaric looking for Smith. Poked off his stick. Walking in. Waffle into the glove of Gamble, and he holds on. 3:57 into this second period. And the Voyagers have found their legs starting to roll here, Jeff.
Yes, they have. And again, I want to thank Kevin Risto for putting into the chat, go Fondy and go Kevin K-Bear.
Kevin, what up, Keith?
Thanks for understanding what you need to do in that YouTube chat.
Oh, you're ripping on me for not saying it? Why didn't you say it?
No, I'm just saying. It's nice to see somebody who follows our stream knows what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
I know. Neither one of us have called for it.
Cooper Sobel tries to get out. This is the line that's been the catalyst for the Cardinals tonight. The forecheck from them has been very good, as well as Nick Obernator in the neutral zone, but he turns it over. Here comes Burkholz. Flips it over to Greenya a little bit too far. Greenya spins away from Sobel. Walks out from behind the goal line. Shoots it off the bar. Greenya ripped it off the bar from the short side. Parker Zebel just chips it all the way down. It has the legs. It'll be an icing with 12:22 to go in the second period, and a much-needed icing because De Pere is applying all kinds of pressure. Fond du Lac can't get anything going north.
Yeah, so not a hockey play, a bench play. Get your new players out there, right?
Why not?
Yep. It's part of the rules.
Faceoff comes to the glove hand side of Colin Gamble. It's going to be LaBelle to take it against Peyton Umentum. LaBelle wins it forward. It's turned over to Czar, who rims it around, but Van Helden pinches in and keeps it in. Drops it below the goal line. Maddox King can't get it out. It's thrown cross ice by Foose. Cross ice pass to Wayner. He's going to pick it up off the boards. A lot of space for Brady Wayner here. He's going to take all of it. Into the offensive zone. Wayner down the outside. Throws it out in front. Momentum couldn't get to it. Czar spinning away from his man. Throws one off the blocker of Van de Ven. Too many Van de Vens or Van Helden. A lot of Vans.
But that was great work there by Wayner to fire that puck out front. It's just too bad he couldn't connect.
Boost chips it in. Czar picks it up. He falls down. Throws one in front. Wayner sticks it into the corner, into safety. Foose back up the wall. Waffle one-timer. Patted away by Gamble. And cleared all the way down by the Cardinals. Rolling on edge. It will be an ice. 5:34 into this second period. This part of the game brought to you by Aurora Family Healthcare. Who do you trust with your family's healthcare? For aches and pains, physicals, and sports injuries, Fond du Lac families choose Aurora Healthcare and Dr. Marshall Rutherford. A family medicine specialist, Dr. Rutherford is your go-to for keeping your family healthy. Learn more at aurora.org/doctors. Defensive zone face-off for the Cardinals. Won by Greenya, or Burkholz to Lee, and he ripped it over top of the net. Getting the matchups now with the Voyagers with this line. Greenya stops up behind the goal line. Obernader and him battle for the puck. It comes to Will Burkholz. Burkholz poked off his stick by Obernader. Pitching in is Waffle. Punches it down for Max Greenya on the goal line. Greenya behind the net now. Backhand pass to Burkholz. Burkholz tied up by Cooper Sobel. It comes to Austin Lee.
Boy, all this offensive zone time is making me nervous here for the Cardinals. Eventually, DePere is going to find an opening.
Pass to Parker Zebel. Poked further. Beer once again cutting things off in the neutral zone. Pass comes to Greenya and the regroup. Greenya waits for help off the bench. Right to Van Helden. Walks in, shoots it. Nice stop by Gamble again. Murphy chips it into space. He's got Zebel streaking. Zebel plays it to himself. Here comes Parker Zebel in. Walks in. Glove save by Van de Ven, and he holds on. Hit him in the glove. It fell out, and he covers. First real chance of the period from the Cardinals, but Jeff, I talked about the Cardinals got to get going through that neutral zone with speed, and that's what I think's been the problem here. It hasn't really been getting the puck out. It's been when they get to the neutral zone, that's where they're turning it over.
Yeah. What's getting me here? Oh, great work.
Another low pad shot from Wayner on the point, but Mason King couldn't get the rebound. That was, a 5-on-4 situation because Koceric had broken his stick off the faceoff.
Yeah, exactly, and they took advantage of it.
For the Cardinals, Jeff, and I think it all stems from that first period. You saw how aggressive their D were in the neutral zone, stepping up, using the smaller ice to their advantage.
Right, exactly.
Right now, they are not. Wayner throws it over to Czar, but he wasn't ready for it. Anderson forechecks him. It comes to Beckett Weber, who tries to backhand it in. Punched back further by Reed Sands. Pass to Wisnick, who just flips one on the backhand in deep. Cardinals send the forecheck. Rimmed around, comes up to the point. Wayner shoots one off some bodies and wide. Nice block from Koceric. Reed Sands now. Throws it in the middle of the ice to Koceric, who chips it up. Czar picks it off. Nice move by Czar. A couple nice moves. Drops it off the boards. It went off the skates of Wisnick. It would have came right to him. Mason King picks it off. Backhands it in deep. Wisnick gives on the forecheck. Sands lost it. Wisnick gets to it. Got time. Throws it up top off some bodies. King couldn't get to it. Throws it wide. Weber ties up with Koceric, and he'll come away with the puck. Here comes Cade Koceric down the wing. Obernader bumps him off the puck. Reeder Gilgenbach gets to this one, flips it up the wall. Koceric gets it back. Him and Gilgenbach tie up in the corner. Koceric comes away with it and rims it up for Landon Smith. Smith, nice pass to Palmer Anderson. Walks out, shoots it, blocker side, and back against the grain. Just missed the net again. Anderson's had a couple nice chances like that. Momentum ties up with his man along the wall. Anderson spins away from the pressure. Beckett Weber's got to get it out. He's been out there for a long time. He chips it into space for Momentum. Momentum drops his shoulder. Waiting for some help. It's got Peyton wide open.
Oh.
Walks in underneath his stick. Pass was a hair too hot. Long range pass behind the defenseman. And open was Williams in transition. But off the bench, just too far. It's an icing. Right there for Fond du Lac, he almost caught the Voyagers puck watching. Both defensemen stopped and looked at the puck of Caden Momentum. Didn't realize Peyton was slowly trailing in. He just couldn't hold on to the pass.
Oh, it was a great play that the Fond du Lac Cardinals had there. They just could not execute.
Face off to the glove hand side of Michael Vandeven. Burkholz will take it against Caden Umentum. It's one back. Maddox King shoots it. Pat save Vandeven. Austin Lee picks up the rebound. Tries to get it out. Caden Umentum chips it back in. Lee throws it into the neutral zone. Wayner backhands it over to Czar. Czar gains the red, fires it in deep. Fond du Lac forechecks. Dose picks it up. Drops it down. King picks it off. Maddox King behind the net. Dose pressures him. King on the goal line. Drops it over for Peyton Umentum. Umentum tried to get it to Wayner up top. Picked off by Burkholz and rimmed around. Stepping in from the point is Wayner. He drops it down for Maddox King. Back to Wayner up top. Wayner with a wrister, long range off a body. Loose in front. Couldn't get to it was Caden Umentum. This forecheck from the Cardinals looking good again, Jeff.
Yeah, fantastic. And we were seeing it perfectly as Jacob's got great camera action here.
Czar almost turned it over, and he does. It comes to Greenya. Nice move inside. Comes back door to Lee. Back to Greenya. He scores. What puck movement right there. Austin Lee passes it back door to Greenya and taps it into the waning cage. It's 3-2.
Exactly what we were talking about is they made the goalie and Gamble move and have got him to go because of that pass, and it comes back. Pass off the pad right off of that, on that tip in.
It was a move attempted by Austin Lee, and he couldn't get through the defenseman, but it ends up coming back on the back door to Greenya made the move. It went to Lee, and Lee just tapped it right to the wide open Greenya and had the entire net to put it in. At the 9:03 mark, it'll be Greenya from Lee, his second of the game. Bonnie going to try to go right back to work on the forecheck. Murphy steps in. Anderson gets knocked down. Overnader walks in. Punked further, 2-on-1 the other way. Here comes Palmer Anderson. Anderson overskated the puck. Throws a long-range shot that Gamble did not see. Got enough of it to turn it away. Zabel chips it into the neutral zone. Ace Wisco chips it over. It's tied up along the wall. Zabel ties up Anderson now. Coming away with it is Landon Smith. Back to Palmer Anderson. Anderson backdoor pass. Pitchforked wide by Landon Smith. Kosaric drops it down. Walking out of the goal line, Anderson. Throws one. Wind timer fired wide again. Nice chance again. This time for Landon Smith.
Boy, are we getting some amazing camera shots down here by our portables tonight.
That's why they're the best.
I know. It's so great to see.
Fond du Lac trying to get something rolling offensively again. They'll send out that third line of the Wisnick, Weber, and Mason King line, trying to get some sort of offense back up. They had a little bit of a stretch there, and then, the wind gets taken out of the sails. Voyagers make one rush and they score. I mean, you got to get back to work in the zone. I mean,
but Justin, they've been down in this offensive zone a lot, and they certainly have worked their tail off to get that.
Oh, 100%. But when Fond du Lac, gets that rolling or whatever, you get the Voyagers the pot one.
Yeah.
Then they probably deserved one earlier in this period.
Now let's see what the Cardinals could do here in response. You can see that they picked it up a little bit here, a little bit more pressure.
Now sticking with the 1-2-2 forecheck and with the little wing lock here, but it's been working. Wisnick comes away with the puck. Him and Waffle run into each other. Cross-ice pass. Beckett Weber picks it off. Throws one off the shin pads of Easton Lavelle. Lavelle chips it into the netting. It'll stay inside. Face-off coming to the glove hand side of Chase Vandeven. I didn't even notice, Jeff, our favorite linesman's out there tonight.
I told you they did.
Oh, I didn't hear you say it.
No, I didn't.
Oh, it's Jeff Fox.
I know, I see him out there now. I did not notice it before either, which is probably a good thing, right?
I don't know.
If we didn't notice him?
Yeah, probably.
That means he hasn't made any mistakes.
He's a linesman. They don't make mistakes. They can't make too many mistakes.
Well, yeah, you can throw the puck up in the air instead of down.
Well, you're right there. Greenya flips it into the backhand. Czar gets to it. 6:15 to go in this second period. Caden Umentum's got it in his skates. Lee pressures him. He rims it around for Brady Wayner. Turned over. Burkholz dumps it back in. Czar punches it up the wall. Maddox King got to get it out. Throws it cross ice to Caden Umentum. Umentum in the middle of the ice. Waffle gets a stick on it. Poked off of Burkholz's stick, and King fires it all the way down. Bondi will forecheck. Here's Leo Dose in his own zone. Pass was picked off by Umentum, but goes into the Cardinals bench. Whistle blows with 5:45 to go.
Still a very good period for both of these teams here. I think they've got to both be happy with where they're sitting at right now.
Oh, probably. I mean, the puck movement's been good. I think Fond du Lac Would have liked to get their forecheck going a little bit earlier in this period, but it's been good when it's been there, and got to find a way to pot a late one here. Got a man flashing. It's Landon Smith. He'll pick up the puck and throw it over to Koceric. Koceric tries to dance around Obernator.
Oh, what a nice play there by Obernator.
Obernator was all over him. Fans down there putting their arms up for interference. That's not interference.
That was perfect.
When you toe drag right into a defenseman, it doesn't matter if that's a loose puck or not. He has the right to step up on you in that situation.
Yeah, it was played perfectly.
Sobel will take the draw against Koceric. He wins it back to Obernator. They set up the forecheck, or the breakout. Pass in front. Smith, toe drag shot at the blocker of Gamble, off the back of the net. And the net comes off its moorings, and the whistle blows.
Did that come flying off of the glass right straight forward and almost off of the back of Gamble?
Yeah, never seen a glass lively like that before.
No.
Shoulder pain keeping you up at night. For pain relief, Fond du Lac Families trust Aurora Healthcare and Dr. Lauren Potter. There are many causes of shoulder pain. As a shoulder specialist, Dr. Potter has the advanced training to take care of your injury. Learn more at aurora.org/ortho. Face-off comes in the neutral zone on the near side here. It's Koceric and Sobel once again. Draw one back by Cade Koceric. He gives it over to Landon Smith, who just throws one on net, sticked away by Colin Gamble. Cross-ice pass off a glove. It's going to come to Brady Wayner. Wayner's got all kinds of space again. Fires one on net. Vandeven awkwardly plays it over to the corner. That one flipped into the neutral zone all the way down. Czar lets it go. It'll be an icing with just under 5 minutes to go in this period. 3-2 lead for De Pere on a goal from Max Grenia, his second of the night late in this one, or earlier in this probably middle portion of the second period. It'll be Easton Wisnick's line out there against Cade Koceric. Smith tries to get into the neutral zone. He does. Wayner just backhands it back in. Pass on the tape of Palmer Anderson. Czar just stick lifts him and turns it over. 4-on-2 the other way. All kinds of numbers. Here comes Eli Czar. Toe drag shot. Got to realize you have more guys with you. Backhander chipped wide by Mason King. Pass up the wall. Backhanded in deep. Picked up by Leo Dose, who stops up and rims it back up the wall. Beckett Weber forechecking on Smith. Pass. Nice pickup by Cade Koceric. He's got Palmer Anderson streaking. Koceric walks in, pad save, Gamble, and did a great job of steering that to the corner. Fond du Lac again, numbers the other way. Stick lift from from Dane Waffle and turns it over. Waffle cross ice to Palmer Anderson. Got Koceric in the middle of the ice, but another great stick save by Gamble and clears things away. Kept in by Waffle at the point. Czar spins away from the forecheck and gives it over to Nick Obernator.
Gamble has done a fantastic job with his rebound control because De Pere has had somebody crashing on the backside almost every shot, Justin.
Every time.
If he doesn't have that rebound control where he's putting it, like you said, behind the net into the boards or into the glass, but somebody is there to pick up those rebounds.
Tied up along the wall is Foose. Obernator rims it around to Caden Umentum. Umentum picks it off, throws it cross ice, right on the tape of Maddox King. King cuts in the middle of the ice, backhands it over. Peyton Umentum walks in, shoots it off the stick of Van de Ven. Comes up top, long range wrister, blocked by Van de Ven. A lot of space for Foose to skate into this one. Flips it into the far corner, picked up by Czar. Rimmed around by Czar to Maddox King. King, cross ice, right to Caden Umentum. Him and Wiskow battle for the puck. Wiskow comes away with it. Backhands it into the Fond du Lac bench. It'll come inside the zone. Face off to the blocker side of Van de Ven. Fond du Lac, Jeff, when they've had the stretch pass, the cross-ice seam pass, it's been there.
It has been there.
And it's been there all night long. And when they were doing it, that's when the puck movement in the cycle game has got it going for them.
Yeah, Van Even had a fantastic save right there on that last set that we saw there on that rush.
Pass off the stick of Austin Lee. Tries to split the defenseman. Wayner ties him up. Looking for a call and maybe a hook for the Voyagers fans. I think
maybe could have been. They had the good argument potential there, but it was a pretty good stick lift.
Picked up by a nice pickup from Max Grenia. Drops it back. Burkholz. Pad save Gamble. Grenia picks it up in the corner. Throws it up top. Stick away by Wayner. Back to Lee in the middle of the slot. Good defense from Fond du Lac. Zebell's got to get it out. Pinching in is Ace Wisco. Drops it down. Tied up along the wall is Austin Lee. They drop it down for Max Greenya. Greenya behind the net. Looks for some help. One-timer Lee into the chest of Gamble, and he holds on.
Ooh, Gamble has got to be a little bit careful here. He's using that stick check, poke check out there quite a bit. And when you use that, you don't have as much control with your body because you're leaning forward. It's hard for you to stay balanced on your pads, to stay in position to make a good save.
Once again, the winner of this one will take on Bay Area. Saw some of their players sitting down there watching this one. Fond du Lac putting up a valiant effort so far on the road. Koceric won the draw forward. Obernander gets it and rims it around for Maddox King. King tries to dance around Dane Waffle. Holmes plays it to himself. There's Mason Holmes. Nice pass onto the tape of Caden Umentum and chips it out. Palmer Anderson in the neutral zone, poked away from him by Peyton Umentum. It comes back to Dane Waffle. Waffle onto the tape of Koceric. It comes right to Landon Smith now. Smith down the outside, cuts into the backhand off the post and in. Nope, it didn't go in. Looked like it had a chance. He ripped it off the post. Must have hit the outside of the post.
I think Gamble had a good job there with the pads finished on the bottom of the ice, and he got a little bit too close. We talk about that angle all the time, Justin, about you get too tight to the goalie, you cut down any scoring angle.
Momentum walks in, puck's tipped in front, it's loose, and Van de Ven holds on. And we get some extracurricular activities.
They're just exchanging phone numbers down there, asking each other what they're going to be doing afterwards.
Momentum getting into it with Leo Dose.
Don't you think that's
just
what's
a
happening?
Friendly conversation.
Right, exactly. Where do you want to go for pizza after this game?
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe the concession stand will still be open.
Cooper Sabo will take the draw. Top line out there for the Voyagers. Burkholz will take it for them. Draw one over to Parker Zebel. He turns it over. Here comes Will Burkholz the other way. 2-on-2 with him and Austin Lee. Stops up. Throws one off the skates of Czar. Wayner gets to it. Chips it up the wall. Sands dumps it back to Brady Wayner. Wayner tied up by Lee and throws it to Max Greenya. Greenya dances around the check of Czar, but it's poked out in the good back-checking effort by the Cardinals. Long range, wrister from the neutral zone, blocked away by Colin Gamble. Puck turned over to Austin Lee. 1 minute to go in this second period. 3-2 lead for the Voyagers. Lee walks out, throws it in the middle, looking for Greenya on the hat trick, but Murphy picked it off. Looking for Parker Zebel on the stretch pass. It was picked off by Van Helden. It's Wayner now. Under 40 seconds to go in the period. Brady Wayner behind the net. Gives it over to Czar. Czar cross ice right on the tape of Killian Murphy. Nice breakout there. Murphy down the outside. Using his space. Drops the shoulder. Comes behind the net. Throws a wraparound in front. It was blocked. Poked off the stick from him by Will Burkholz. It comes to Austin Lee. 25 seconds to go in the period. Lee through the neutral zone. Down to the left wing. Dances around the check of Czar. But again, turned over. Sobel looking for Zebel. Too far. Goes under the stick of Sands. 10 seconds to go in the period. It's rimmed out. Kept alive by Obernander. He flips it to the far corner. 8 seconds in. I think looking long range for Landon Smith. It's picked off. Czar trying to walk through everybody. Sands falls down, and he was trying to sell the call 100%. Rolling around on the ice looking for the trip. We head with a 1-goal lead for the Voyagers on a Max Greenya goal in this second period to the Holiday Automotive Intermission Report. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back after this.
We'll find out what Coach Ryan Saracen has to say about that period.
Municipal Well and Pump has helped communities and industries keep water running with expert well drilling, pump installation, and dependable maintenance. Our experienced team is committed, quality workmanship, and getting the job done right the very first time. When reliable water matters most, trust the name built on honesty, integrity, and experience. Municipal Well and Pump, delivering water you can depend on.
Back here in the Holiday Automotive Intermission Report with Coach Ryan Saracen. Coach, what'd you see out of the guys in that period?
I thought it was more of the same. We just had one mistake, and it's kind of one of those games. It's back and forth, chances back and forth, and we're just gonna have to capitalize. But we gave them an opportunity on a rush and didn't get it deep, and they got one. But hey, we're ready for third period.
Coach, I thought getting things north for you guys was big in that period. When you guys were getting it north and using that cross-site stretch pass on the breakout, things were rolling for you guys. Is that a key going into the third?
Yeah, it is. Again, I think our D are active, which is good. I think that's given us some chances. We're getting some shots from the point, but our D are jumping up. We have a couple offensive defensemen, but yeah, this is the type of battle we thought we'd be in. We got to put a third period together.
Coach, thanks for joining us. Good luck in the third.
Yeah, thanks.
We'll step aside here. Thanks to Coach Brian Saracen.
Musa Sheet Metal, they spend generations building a better everyday life. They don't just build panels, they build a legacy. They're growing, innovating, and pushing the limits again with their brand new 24-gauge stocked steel line. Musa colors created by the Musa team, 25 bold choices ready to go. Delivering the best solutions in architectural sheet metal. Say hi to the Musa apprentices. They're your neighbors, your classmates, and the future of the industry. Musa Sheet Metal. Revolutionizing steel, building the future.
Just like a great team, National Exchange Bank and Trust knows that success is built on strong relationships and trust. Since 1933, the bank has been locally owned and focused on serving the needs of our community so that our friends and neighbors can live the life they want. Let National Exchange Bank and Trust be your financial teammate for life. Because when it comes to your financial goals, we're here to help you stay ahead of the game. Visit nebat.com to learn more.
Are you or a loved one living with the discomfort and hopelessness of peripheral neuropathy? The tingling, the numbness, the life-altering pain? Are you tired of taking medications that only mask the symptoms or don't work at all? You don't have to live like that anymore. Introducing New Medical Center, your beacon of hope in the fight against peripheral neuropathy. Our team of dedicated specialists uses the latest advancement in medical technology to help you regain control of your life. Our personalized treatment plans are designed to reduce your pain, improve your balance, and restore your quality of life, all while targeting the cause of your neuropathy. Visit us on the web at newmedicalctr.com.
Planning to build? Whether it's a new home, remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your visions to reality. You need Pinot. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to www.rapinno.com and you'll learn about the Pinot difference. Pinot, build better for future generations.
Tired of pushy sales tactics? Welcome to Schaefer Auto, where they make buying a vehicle simple, safe, and satisfying. You'll find a sweet selection of pre-owned vehicles for every budget. Each is inspected and backed by a warranty option of your choice. Financing isn't a problem. Get approved online and drive home with confidence. Schaefer Auto has the right ride for you. Visit the lot at 404 Shaler Drive in Waupun and online at schaefer-auto.com. Schaefer Auto, no gimmicks, no pressure, no worries.
Walk right in. That's the laid-back feeling you have when you work with the Roush Insurance Agency in Fond du Lac. Their agents are dedicated to putting your mind at ease when you make your insurance decisions. They live, work, and play here and will make sure that they are there at the time of need for their clients and families. Visit RoushINS.com for more information or walk right in. 770 South Main Street in Fond du Lac. The Roush Insurance Agency, your hometown insurance team for over 30 years.
It's more than just a job. It truly is a family. They value you, great pay, great benefits. They definitely care about setting people up for success in their retirement years. I don't see a reason to want to leave.
A personal experience with a custom feel. Each home Smith Builders builds is unique. Their design and selections perfectly crafted for you. To learn more, visit smithbuildersinc.com or stop by 227 Morris Court. Smith Builders of Fond du Lac. Traditional values, exceptional services. A proud sponsor of local high school sports.
Intermission report brought to you by Holiday Automotive. It's worth the trip. In that second period, one goal scored. I don't even know what Jeff wrote here. I think he wrote the 7:57 mark, but it. Oh, he did write the 9:03 mark for me. What a nice guy. The 9:03 mark, goal scored by Max Green, assisted by Austin Lee. Great puck movement on that one, and both ways in that period, I thought De Pere came out hot, and they forechecked, turned over the puck a lot. They had a lot of early chances in that period. Were not able to bury until the midway point. And then I thought Fondy turned things up a little bit. The forecheck got better. Their breakouts is what's been key for me. When they've been able to get the puck out of the zone, they've been controlling the play. But there's times they have not. And you heard Coach Saracen talk about their defensemen going north and using their speed and their offensive defensemen. One thing I've seen out of Brady Wayner tonight that I haven't seen him all season do, he's moving his feet with the puck more than he has. Normally he gives it up to Czar and lets Czar go. It's a senior that's in it, possibly his last game, that's playing the right way. He's going north. He's getting the puck north. They're doing things the right way at the moment, but they find themselves down one because, you know what? It was a great goal, and the Voyagers probably deserved to be up more than one in that, beginning half of that first or second period. They looked very good, and there's no denying that the Voyagers belong here, and they are the 2 seed for a reason, but Fond du Lac's giving them the run for their money, and you expected that at this time of the year, but it's going to be a whale of a third period. It was a whale of a second period. It was a whale of a first period. I mean, these games have been physical so far in the playoffs. The speed has been visible. I mean, the scrums after the whistles are picking up a little bit more and more. The physicality, the chippiness is getting there. The whistles seem to have been put away a little bit after a couple penalties early in this one. Nothing called in that second period. We're going to take another quick break. We'll come back, talk keys to the third after this on Radio Plus in cooperations with Jeff's Live.
4.
Hey, Devontae.
Let me get a Cantina chicken burrito and a bowl with that seasoned, slow-roasted chicken I like, please.
You have a golf course in your house?
I got a Taco Bell in my house, bro.
Where did it go?
Oh, there it is. Cheaters don't get chicken. Huh? Cheaters get no chicken.
I won't give him any.
Looking for a reliable roofing contractor? Witt Services has got you covered. With 5 years of experience, they specialize in everything from roof repairs to full replacements. Their team is dedicated to quality workmanship and customer satisfaction. Plus, they offer free estimates, so you know exactly what to expect. Whether it's a leaky roof or a complete overhaul, Witt Services is the go-to choice for all roofing needs. Don't wait. Reach out today.
Thank you for your continued support over the past 50 years. At Verhaeg's Furniture, we're honored to be voted by you to be one of the best mattress stores in the Fond du Lac area for 2024.
Our mission is to bring the finest in style, comfort, and quality to the Waupun area.
We've teamed up with amazing brands like Ashley, Lazy Boy, Bestcraft, Marshfield, Best Home Furnishings, Mega Motion to offer you the best selection around.
Free delivery to Waupun and the surrounding area. See store for details.
Make your home a place you truly love with Verhaeg's Furniture Market.
Every customer can be a Signature Home customer. I think that's what Signature Homes does really well, is that we can touch not only the customer who's building for the first time, but also the customers that know what they want and want to pull pieces of other property that they've lived in and loved. And you can really trust that we know what we're doing and that we have 30 years of experience in the market doing it with quality craftsmanship and a lot of style and design. And at the end, we get a chance to walk them through and see their smiling faces, and we know that we've achieved our goal.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
Trust AirTech Heating with all your home comfort needs. AirTech Heating, doing whatever it takes.
Captain Jeremy Brenner says, let's have some fun with Angling Only Guide Service. They're the premier Lake Michigan salmon charter service out of Sheboygan. They're hitting the open water June through Labor Day next year. Each trip is 6 hours and includes fish cleaning. Only $600 weekends and $500 weekdays for up to 6 people. Hey, you're gonna catch fish, no doubt about it. Mention this ad during our high school sports broadcast and save $100. Email them today at anglingonlyfishing@gmail.com.
Back here to just about ready to start the third period. Jeff, I know you had to go to the bathroom while we were doing this to get your thoughts in that second period, but I thought both teams, again, played very well. I thought the first part of the period was heavily controlled by De Pere, but they didn't come away with any goals, and then Fond du Lac started to take over in that middle portion. De Pere gets an odd man rush goal, but other than that, I think it's been so back and forth. You can't say either team has really deserved to be out by 4 or 5 goals right now.
No, the only thing that I would say, though, is this sustained offensive zone time is heavily, I think, weighing towards De Pere, but they've got nothing really to show for it because the solid defense that has been played by the Fond du Lac Cardinals, as well as the fantastic play by Colin Gamble in net.
The rebound control from Colin Gamble has been fantastic as well.
Right.
I know we talked about how Jeff, he was going to be a key for them in this one, and they were going to need a big game out of Colin so far, and they've gotten it. I mean, he's done exactly what he's needed to do tonight to give them, keep them in this game.
Right,
I mean,
you got a chance.
They have a chance.
Right.
It takes one shot.
That's all you can ask for, is to have a chance.
High School Sports Today on RadioPlusInfo.com is presented by these 4 Fond du Lac Edward Jones Financial Advisors. Matt Moses, Jeff Wills, Robert Bruce, and Patrick Ellisode. Edward Jones making sense of investing, and we're underway for the third period. Fondy dumps it in. Maddox King goes in on the forecheck. It's kept in at the line by Wayner. Flipped into the neutral zone. Wayner knocks it down with the glove. Tied up by Lee, punches it over to Umentum, and Austin Lee regroups. Drops it back for his defenseman, Van Helden. Throws it up the wall, right on the tape of Burkholz. Burkholz fires it in. Gamble steers it towards Czar. Throws it up for Wayner. Wayner tries to chip it out. It comes out just barely, and Sands fires it into the chest of Umentum with speed the other way. Fond du Lac, the legs are moving for them, Jeff, to start this third. I think this, in general, we've seen the boots moving pretty good so far today from them. Grenia had the puck stick on him. Got to pay attention to that cross-ice pass. Maddox King got some space. Puck came hot off the boards.
That was a really good play there by Van Helden to stop the momentum coming there from. Wow.
Max Grenia with another chance. He flipped it into the chest, looking for the hat trick. That one shot over top of the net of Colin Gamble. It's Leo Dose pinching in from the point. Got some bodies out in front. Puck stuck behind the goal line there. Pass in front. Comes all the way up top. Waffle pokes it for himself. Waffle engages in from the point. Tries to cycle it down low. Puck sticks once again. Here's Mason Holmes now. Holmes in the middle of the ice off the stick of Cooper Sobel. It was labeled for Parker Zebel in a breakaway. Obernader hammered by Landon Smith. Pass in front, looking for Anderson. He was open. Rebound loose. Thrown just wide by Kosaric.
Wow.
Gamble was sprawling. He had the whole 6x4, and he missed.
The whole top of the net was wide open, and he missed. He didn't even try and put it on the ice past him. He missed the whole net.
Nice block by Obernader from long range shot from Waffle. Murphy bumps him. Sobel just fires it all the way down. They say it was tipped. Sure.
I guess so.
Dane Waffle to Palmer Anderson. Wayner steps up in the neutral zone on him. Waffle fires it right on the tape of Kosaric. Kosaric tries to drop his shoulder on Czar. Czar with that long reach forces him to the outside. Pass turned over now. Here comes Eli Czar. Czar flips it over for Beckett Weber. Weber chips it around the check of Michael Van Helden, but a good back check from Williams. Mason King's going to get to the loose puck now for the Cardinals. King works it up top, cycles it back down low. Weber's going to get there first. Throws it back into space. Wisnick tried to come back up top. He's got to drop down low there for that cycle play. Kosaric finds Williams too strong. It's Czar in the neutral zone. Turns it over. Williams got Anderson out in front. Wayner ties him up. Anderson backhands one. It comes to Beckett Weber. Throws it into space. Mason King, again, not ready for it. Stick wasn't on the ice, but he gets it in deep and goes for a change. Wisnick forechecks. Sands reverses the play for Michael Van Helden. Right up on the tape to Griffin Wehouse and picked off. You meant him, but Sands pokes it away. Here comes Reed Sands with speed the other way. Working on Reeder Gilgenbach. Spins around the outside, throws a pass in front. Lee shoots it just wide. Cross-ice pass from Umentum. Off some skates. All the way down. Maddox King picks it up. Forechecking. Leo Dose.
Colin Gamble is having to work so hard right now, Justin, here in the start of this period.
Where you need some help for your goaltender right away. Picked off. Nice play by Gilgenbach. Gilgenbach 2-on-1 the other way.
Oh, they had it.
Just too far in front of Maddox King. He stopped moving his feet, though.
Right.
I would not even put that on Reeder Gilgenbach. Nope. King just stopped moving his feet. He keeps moving his feet. Him and Cade Umentum have a 2-on-1 and a chance to tie the game.
If he decides that he was going to go to the net, even from just in the middle of the ice, he's got it.
3 minutes and 45 seconds into this third period. It's been all Voyagers so far. Fond du Lac wins the draw. Here comes Caden Umentum. Umentum the other way. Knocked down by a trip. Penalty coming. Whistle blows. Fond du Lac to the power play. A big-time power play here. They're 0 for 2 on the day, Jeff.
Yep. And they were 0 for 5 the last time they played?
1 for 5.
1 for 5.
Actually, hang on. I'll tell you in half a second.
Yeah, I thought it was
0 for 3, actually.
0 for 3. Okay.
Can I fix that? Gotta go up a hair.
That's good right there.
Okay. Draw one back to Czar. Czar fanned on it. Numbers the other way. Breakaway. Austin Lee shorthanded. Here he comes. Lee walks in. Makes a move to the backhand. Stopped by Gamble.
Wow.
Colin Gamble says no. Picked up off the faceoff. It's Will Burkholz. Burkholz cycles it down low. It's picked off by Peyton Umentum now. Umentum cross ice to Maddox King. Here they come. Fond du Lac. King gets knocked down. Penalty coming. 5-on-3, Jeff. Maddox King gets tripped up. It's going to be a 5-on-3 in a dangerous situation here. Tripping coming on Van Helden.
That's exactly what you wanted to see here. If you are a Cardinals fan.
If you're a Cardinals fan, you're sitting here like, uh-oh, our power play has been a problem this year. Now we have a two-man advantage and a chance to take the lead in this one with a back-to-back power plays here. 1:33 to go in the first one, so they'll have 1 minute and 33 seconds of 5-on-3. It's Czar dropping it down to Parker Zebel. I would have almost liked Coach Sarazin to burn a timeout there, Jeff.
Yep, I kind of think so too because how critical this is. I agree with you.
Up top to Czar, drops it down for Peyton Umentum. Umentum over the stick of Czar, and it comes into the neutral zone. Landon Smith out there killing with Cade Kozarek and Dane Waffle. Here comes Peyton Umentum now, almost over stick handle it. Turned it over, Smith has it in his skates, and they just poke it forward, but again, chance for Voyagers to kill some time. Fond du Lac, and it's you have three guys back and you can't get the puck into the zone against one guy. It's beating a dead horse, Jeff.
Right. It just cannot make a pass. Excuse me.
Umentum finds Trevin Rebeck. Have not seen him at all tonight. Gets a power play look. Vandeven, blocker save. Loose puck comes to Kozarek. 1-on-1 with him and Obernader shorthanded. 30 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. Obernader forces him to the outside.
26 seconds left.
26 seconds left. It's Nick Obernader now. He'll take his space and use his boots. Uses his boots to the outside. Throws a shot off a stick into the netting. Whistle blows with 15 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. That's where you got to stop up. Stop up on the half wall. Take your time and set up the power play.
Just not a fan.
Sobel to take the faceoff. Burkholz wins it back. It's chipped up the wall. Wayner keeps it into the line. 10 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. Trevin Rebeck, cross ice. Pass bouncing for Obernader. Obernader spins away from the pressure. 3 seconds to go on the power play. And the 5-on-3. Fresh out of the box will be Dose. Pass over. Walking in. Wayner shot off a skate. Loose in front. Just goes wide. Burkholz chips it out into the bench. Watch out. And a nice catch there by the assistant coach of the Voyagers with 18 seconds to go on the power play.
Yeah, you can see, though, one of the coaches over there, I'm not sure which one, was a little frustrated that they had the opportunity here instead of chipping it off the board, chipped it high and right into the bench.
And 55 to go in the game. Just one shot on the power play that came early in it for Fond du Lac. Not able to capitalize on the 5-on-3. Only 18 seconds to go in the other penalty. Comes up the wall to Czar, throws it over. Obernader walks in, shoots, blocked by a diving attempt from Will Burkholz. It's cleared, and they'll kill it off.
What an attempt there.
5-on-5, full strength. What a kill, and what a block from Will Burkholz. Nick Obernader slicing through the neutral zone, gains the red, fires it hard all the way around the boards. Knocked down by the skates of Caden Umentum. It's flipped to Maddox King, who throws it right back into Caden Umentum. Peyton Umentum pokes it on further. Caden drumps it back. Dose gets to it and throws it up to Landon Smith now. Here comes Landon Smith through the neutral zone. Over to Palmer Anderson. Anderson knocked down from behind. Penalty coming. Voyagers to the power play.
Oh, wow. It's going to go at number 15. What's it going to be, interference?
Not interference. He had the puck, so I don't know. What, cross check maybe?
I think it is. We'll see here.
Interference.
Yep.
How do you get interference when you have the puck?
Because he didn't have it. It was from behind. He pushed the player who was trying to go past him. That's what he calls the interference on. I'm not saying it's right, Justin. You know that. I'm not.
I know. And Peyton Umentum arguing this right now. He's like, well, how does he get interference when he has the puck on his stick?
Right. Well, I don't think, though.
Now, Jeff, I'm going to give you my pet peeve. That's a makeup call.
Maybe.
Situation where you're trying to even them out.
And you know what? We have heard that that's been a situation sometimes where it's been overheard that there's been 5 penalties for.
Fond du Lac's going to pick up. Oh, no, they're going to give it to Obernader, actually, where the penalty will go to.
I thought it was on number 15.
Nope, it's going to go on Obernader.
I know that's who they're putting in the box, but he wasn't any. I didn't think he was in the play.
I mean, if you're Fondy, you'd probably say you'd rather have. I mean, I don't know who you'd rather have in the box because both of them are
you don't want either one of them.
Penalty kill, but nonetheless, it'll be a 2-minute power play for the Voyagers. They've already capitalized once on the power play tonight.
And it was pretty.
And it was quick in the power play. Waffle can't keep it at the line. He's forechecked by Caden Umentum. Here comes Dane Waffle now. Stops up in the top. Drops it down for Palmer Anderson. Back up top to Dane Waffle on the right point. Waffle spins away from Parker Zebel, drops it down. Dose fires a shot, pad save, Gamble. Landon Smith throws a long-range shot, tipped in front, in the skates of Wayner. It comes back to Palmer Anderson, blocker save by Gamble. It comes to the corner. Poked up top. It's Dane Waffle, cross ice, one-timer glove save, Gamble. He got the rebound back to the glove and holds on. Gamble with a nice stop.
Colin Gamble has to make sure that he continues to stay fundamentally sound. He's got to stay out at that top of that crease, cut down as many of those angles as he possibly can. And he's got to trust his defense. And as of right now, though, I think that's a challenge for him because getting pucks in the net in the backside has been open.
Penalty kill has to set up a little bit better. Nice job by Umentum to have his stick in the lane, pick it off, and throw it all the way down.
That was the other thing I was wondering, Justin, because I couldn't even see what they were setting up there in that first setup on the defensive penalty kill.
Well, it was kind of a rotation. They were trying to figure out more or less, I think what they were figuring out was what the Voyagers were trying to run. Looked like a box and one rotating into a 1-3-1. So, I mean, right now they're rotating up top, working around. It's going to sit into a box and one. Up. Cross ice to Van Helden. Van Helden throws a shot. It went wide.
But see, again, that whole backside crash wide open.
Offsides, Max Green, you dumped it in. Fond du Lac can hold on to it behind the net for a little bit. They will with Czar. 30 seconds to go in this penalty. Czar Throws it to some space, too far for Maddox King to catch it. They'll kill some more time. Now 20 seconds ago. Good penalty kill from Fond du Lac. Whether there's the bend, don't break mentality, they've kept the puck to the outside. It comes back to Wayner, dumps it in. 15 seconds to go on the Obernator minor for interference. Now 3-on-2 the other way. Greenya comes through, makes a move to the outside. Momentum with a good stick and pokes it away. Obernator ready to come out of the box, and he does. Walking in, shooting and scoring. Hat trick, Max Greenya. Max Greenya tucks it home and makes it 4-2.
Great shot there again, what I was watching before. Gamble moving to his left, shoots it back right over the blocker. And you know, Justin, especially with the stick moving, that is really hard for that blocker to come backside and pick that hit that puck.
When you are coming across one way and shooting back against the grain, that is one of the toughest saves to make as a goaltender.
Yep.
And you just get the penalty killed off, and you give it up right after. Max Greenya with his third of the night. Now Fondy's got to press with under 8 minutes to go in this one. Pass to Zebel with speed now. Here comes Parker Zebel. Tries to dance around Dane Waffle, and Waffle is all over it. Palmer Anderson gets laid out by Parker Zebel. Pass thrown all the way down under the tape of Cade Kocurek. Kocurek stops up. Has a man come in offsides. Got to take his time and reset in the neutral zone. Drops it for Leo Dose. Dose and a player collide. Cross ice pass to Kocurek. Cuts in the middle of the ice. Kocurek walks in, shoots and scores. Cade Kocurek makes it 5-2. And just like that, it's 5-2. Nice move by Kocurek to the backhand, and he beat Gamble to the glove hand side. It's Easton Wisnick to take the draw for Fond du Lac, and it's now or never. 7:25 to go in this one. Weber tries to dance around the stick. Kocurek. Landon Smith picks up the assist. And Palmer Anderson. Beckett Weber tries to chip it out. Kept in by Van Helden at the line. Weber just barely gets it into the neutral zone. Griffin Wiehausen with it now. Stops up on the half wall. Settles things down and dumps it back in deep. Tied up along the wall. Wayner ties his man up. It's rimmed around for Beckett Weber. Lets it go through up top. Van Helden throws a shot tipped in front. Loses the puck and it's thrown out by Wayner. Here's Mason King now. In the middle to Wisnick. Just couldn't hold on to the pass. Beckett Weber with the puck. Pass to Czar. Here comes Eli Czar. Nice poke check by Williams. Puck comes to Wisco. Ace Wisco down the outside. Throws a shot off of shin pads and wide. Puck comes off the backboards out in front. And Gamble holds on. With 6:22 to go in this one. Whether you're playing in the rec leagues or the majors, sitting out due to injury is no fun. If pain has moved you to the sideline, Aurora Sports Health can help you get back in the lineup today. Start with your free injury evaluation today. Go to aurora.org/sports today. Pass turned over in the neutral zone. It comes to Leo Dose. Chips it for Greenya. Thrown further by Fond du Lac. It comes to Dane Waffle. Waffle retrieves the puck and settles things down behind his net. Picks up some time and space and throws it up for Austin Lee, who couldn't handle the pass, but it comes on to Gamble, who's got it covered. With 5:56 to go in this one. Faceoff comes to the glove hand side in the defensive zone for the Cardinals. Burkholz trying to win the draw forward. Umentum had it tied up in his skates. It comes to Obernator. Right over to Maddox King. King gains the red. Tries to get it in. Poked off his stick by Dane Waffle again. Greenya throws it cross ice. Turned it over to Nick Obernator. Obernator chips it into space. Burkholz pokes the puck to himself. Burkholz down the outside. Burkholz gets knocked down. It's Brady Wayner now. Rims it back up the wall for Maddox King. Backhands it up. Waffle at the line. Throws it right on the tape of Burkholz. Long range shot blocked in front. Green just got a pass in front. Lee stopped by Gamble. Some extracurriculars. Overnader knocks a man down. Green, you got a piece of Colin Gamble. They're just letting each other know who's there. This part of the game brought to you by Fogel Family Dental. Dr. Dylan Fogel is the new owner of Doyle Kelly Dental on Fond du Lac Avenue in Fond du Lac. Thank you to him for his support of high school sports on Radio Plus. 5:20 to go in this one. 5-2 lead, and in the third period, the Voyagers have broken things open a little bit here. Pass off the boards for Parker Zebel. Zebel behind the goal line. It feels like it's been ages since the Fond du Lac has had any pressure in the offensive zone, and it comes the other way right away with Landon Smith. Smith gets around Gilgenbach, cuts in front. Gamble holds on, and Palmer Anderson whacking away at Colin Gamble again. Killian Murphy gives him a shove. 5 minutes to go in this one. Point will have to mention the seniors for this Cardinals team. There's a couple of them, and impact ones that they are. Draw one back. Smith walks in, shot blocked in front. Cross ice pass on the tape. Reed Sands throws one well wide of the net. Van Helden keeps it in the line. Murphy lays him out. Big hit from Killian Murphy. Throws it over to Parker Zebel. Backhands it in deep, and Smith bumps Zebel. Sands rims it around for Landon Smith. Here's Smith with space. Spins away from Cooper Sobel. Backhands it on the tape of Reed Sands. Sands makes a move through the legs of Czar. Chips one off the back of the net. Cooper Sobel below the goal line. Up the wall to Killian Murphy. Sobel gets it back and backhands it over to Caden Umentum. Umentum gains the red, flips it into the far corner. Puck retrieved by Reed Sands, sets up the breakout, goes over the stick of Obernader. They think he could have made a play on it. No icing. Wayner tied up, gives it up to Caden Umentum, who flips it into the neutral zone and all the way down. It will be an ice with 3:55 to go. 3:54. For Fond du Lac, there is an immense amount of seniors. You have Brady Wayner with both Umentum brothers, Peyton and Caden Umentum. Maddox King, a senior. The seniors have been a very impact group on this team. And Jeff, I know you haven't seen them a ton this season, but you know what they're going to get, as well as Reeder Gilgenbach from North Fond du Lac as well.
Oh, yeah, we've seen them play for years. I've seen them play a lot of youth stuff as well, because we call the youth tournaments, and Fond du Lac usually sends a team over every once in a while to one of the levels. So I've seen these boys out there for Fond du Lac play for many, many years, and they give everything they've got every shift. Just unfortunately, they just have not had, it just was not their day in the third period. Up until this third period, they had a chance.
Hey, Jeff, we got a YouTube commenter.
Camera work is top notch. Thank you.
I'm trying. The main camera may not be. It's been a while.
Well, we've enjoyed it. It helps when you can have somebody who's a dedicated producer and only doing the color, and then you have one camera operator calling it. And it looks like we got a timeout coming here for Fond du Lac. We'll step aside and take it with them.
Yep, Fond du Lac will burn a timeout here. We'll take it with them.
Dedication, training, giving 100%. Back in Action proudly supports high school athletes on and off the field. From physical and occupational therapy, pre- and post-orthopedic surgery, to work and sports injuries. The staff at Back in Action is trained and dedicated to you and your recovery. Your personal care plan starts with a visit to Back in Action in Fond du Lac, Kewaskum, Mayville, and New Holstein. Back in Action, getting you back in the game. BackinActionRehab.com.
Got pain? See Shane. Dr. Shane Bauer at Bauer Chiropractic. Dr. Bauer can help relieve pain in arthritic knees, reduce or relieve pain from degenerative and herniated lumbar discs in your back. Dr. Bauer's laser treatment relieves pain and inflammation. Works like cortisone without the side effects. Dr. Bauer also offers custom orthotics for proper back posture. Since 1998, this area has trusted the team at Bauer Chiropractic. So if you've got pain, see Shane. at Bauer Chiropractic.
Play is everything. It's development, expression, fun, socialization, community, inclusion, connection, adventure, and discovery. We need play at all ages and stages of life to keep us and our communities healthy and happy and full of energy and excitement. Join our movement. Bring intergenerational, inclusive, and developmentally rich play to your community today. Visit bciburke.com and see how play.
Final 3.5, empty net for Fond du Lac. It's Maddox King walking out, poked off his stick by Lee. It comes up top to Obernader. Over to Czar. Long range shot through some bodies, just goes wide. King, too many stick handles. He turned it over to Reed Sands. Sands throws it up. Obernader knocks it down with a glove. Picked off. Here comes Austin Lee behind, just outside the post of the empty net. Puck comes to Greenya. Now to Burkholz. Greenya looking for his fourth. Throws one towards the net and buries it. Bullseye. Max Greenya picks up his fourth goal of the night for number 4 at 6-2.
Yeah, again, we were talking during the timeout. Doesn't matter whether you lose 7-2 or 5-2. It doesn't matter. Your season is over either way. So you got to do what you got to do. You got to put your 6 attackers out there.
And I really did think the first 2 periods from Fond du Lac were fantastic. They just seemed to run out of gas in that third. The Voyagers will take on Bay Area, conference rival for them.
Yeah, it is, and I don't think it's an expected contest that they were planning to do.
No, it would have been Notre Dame. They upset Notre Dame 2-1. Wisnik picks one off in the neutral zone.
So De Pere will get another game here.
He'll get another home. Well, they would have had another home game anyways. They were the 2 seed.
Yeah, but Notre Dame was the 1, wasn't it?
3.
Oh, the 3. Okay.
Nina's the 1.
Gotcha. Oh, that's right. Thank you.
That's what I'm here for, Jeff. One of the seniors, Reeder Gilgenbach, dumps it in. Might see them get a lot of time in this last 2 minutes here. Wisnik picks off the pass in the neutral zone, flips it further, picked off by Leo Dose. Dose throws it into space, pitchforked on further by Williams. Dane Waffle picks it off and brings it in. Waffle walks in, shoots it on the blocker side of Gamble and just wide. Czar spins away from the forecheck of Easton LaBelle. Pass right on the tape of Parker Zebel. Smith throws it up the wall. LaBelle has it in his skates. Palmer Anderson tied it up. Chipped it in the middle of the ice. Here comes Killian Murphy down the outside. Murphy works around Waffle, throws a shot. Vandeven was not ready for it. Missed just wide with 1:35 to go in this one. It's Parker Zebel. Back to Czar. Czar bumped off the puck. Comes to Landon Smith. Smith backhands one into the skates of Mason Holmes. It comes to Palmer Anderson. Smith gets knocked off the puck by Sobel. Cade Kozarek with it now. Tried to cycle it low. Picked off. It's flipped into the neutral zone with 1:10 to go in this one. Pass comes up and tipped in by Palmer Anderson. Landon Smith on the forecheck. Holmes and him tie up. Kozarek gets to the puck. Throws one off some skates. Went off of Gilgenbach's feet. Gilgenbach throws it up the wall. Kept in by Van Helden. Shot was blocked up top. Pass in front off some skates. Cade Umentum with the puck now. Umentum gets to the red line. Tries to chip it in. Fond du Lac's got all their seniors out here now. Maddox King, Peyton Umentum, Caden Umentum, Reeder Gilgenbach, and Brady Wayner in the last 30 seconds. Landon Smith flips one up. Gilgenbach had lost it. Had it in his feet. Wayner gets back to it, throws it off the wall to Caden Umentum. He leaves it go for Maddox King and drops it back. Cross-ice pass for Gilgenbach. Missed him. Anderson tries to get to the loose puck. Palmer Anderson tied up by Maddox King. 10 seconds to go in this one. 6-2 win for De Pere. They're going to move on. They'll take on the Bay Area Storm, who put together an upset last night. The Voyagers will take on a very good Bay Area team who we've seen a couple times this year. It is heartbreak for the Cardinals, who played a perfect first 2 periods, not able to finish it off. We'll come back and wrap things up on the Fox Valley Savings Bank postgame show after these messages.
and move you.
I love playing sports, especially for my school. And that's because school sports are special. It's where it's safe to fail. It's where we're taught resilience, where our fear becomes confidence. It's where we learn to get back up after every fall. School sports are where 7.8 million students go from I can't to I can.
This message presented by the WIAA and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Bob's Pizza now has its very own dine-in restaurant. Enjoy a family-friendly atmosphere with a cozy dining room, large game room, beautiful full bar, and even coffee next door from Just Love Coffee. With our expanded menu, your party will have no trouble satisfying the whole family. Delicious, legendary pizza for a legendary city. Bob's Pizza on the Avenue.
Happy fall, y'all. Hi, this is Jackie with All Phase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal, serving Dodge, Fond du Lac, Marquette, and Green Lake counties. Fall is a time for a whole home duct and dryer vent clean. We'll take care of what can't be seen. Removing dust? For us, that's a must. And a reminder, get on a furnace maintenance plan now so your home is clean and cozy this fall and winter. We are your home for the Coleman Equipment brand. Call 920-763-2301, providing your comfort zone for all seasons.
Hey, it's Bucky.
Park Valley Savings Bank postgame show. Looking for a loan with no hassle? They can help. Local bank, local lenders, your local community bank, Fox Valley Savings Bank. Your Marion University player of the game. Log on marionuniversity.edu to get started today. And I think, Jeff, there is no choice other than Max Grenion.
Oh, absolutely.
4 goals tonight for him. For De Pere, he was fantastic. He was all over the ice. That top line of theirs looked very good all night long. For the BCI Burke play of the game, log on burkecareers.com for the play that moves you. I'm going to go to when it was 3-2. Fond du Lac gets a power play, a 5-on-3, a diving block from Will Burkholz. Fond du Lac's got a chance to tie there. Burkholz had Obernader walking in and a lane to the net. He ripped it, and diving across was Will Burkholz to block the shot. What an effort from him. That tells you it's playoff hockey time, Jeff.
Yeah, it is. I mean, again, you have to do whatever you have to do to give yourself a chance to win. And again, those first 2 periods were phenomenal. Laid it out all on the line for the Fond du Lac Cardinals. And De Pere, just in that third period, just had a little bit more legs, I guess I'm going to say, a little bit more speed.
AirTech presents our next game broadcast. No matter which type of heating system you have in your home, the knowledgeable AirTech technicians can perform a timely repair if things go wrong. Go to radioplusinfo.com for more information and the complete schedule. Jeff, tomorrow, doubleheader on Jeff's live streams on Radio Plus. We have Laconia girls basketball taking on Pewaukee. That should be a fantastic matchup between a top team in Division 3 and a top team in Division 1. And then after that, the boys will take on LCCA, Lake Country Classical Academy. They've played about everybody in the Flyweight Conference so far this season. So basketball tomorrow night. I know I'll be there. Dominic will be there with me as well. Maybe a couple other people. But wrapping things up here. Down to one hockey team now left, Jeff.
Yeah, there was St. Mary Springs. And we'll be covering them on Tuesday. But again, next week is just going to be just as busy because basketball playoffs start with the girls. And we have a game, I believe, a boys game. Horicon, I think, might be playing. Or is it Horicon might be playing against Mayville, maybe? I'm not sure exactly who it is. But I think there's a game that we have on Monday. And then Tuesday is hockey in McFarland with St. Mary Springs, trying to continue their role towards the state tournament. And CWC girls will be kicking off their basketball run, as well as the Mayville girls will be kicking off their run to try and make it to state.
And the rest of our girls start on Friday, as we have Laconia will start on Friday, Lamira will start on Friday. Laconia will take on the winner of Waupun and Chilton. Lamar will take on the winner of Cedar Grove, Belgium, and WLA.
Right, yeah. So it doesn't get any slower for us, at least for the next couple of weeks until things get a little bit closer to the state tournament. Again, I want to give a shout out here quickly to Jacob and to Cameron and to you, Justin. Fantastic work tonight here on Jeff's live stream in cooperation with Radio Plus. We hope that you've enjoyed our broadcast here. that's what we got here from the De Pere Ice Arena here. The De Pere Voyagers with a 6-2 victory over the Fond du Lac Cardinals. Take care, God bless, and we can't wait to see you at a basketball court or a rink near us. Jeff Sauer signing off here for the A-team here in De Pere. Outro.
Our sponsors include
Hoekstra's Greenhouse, Katie's Log Cabin, Generations Lanes, and Angling Only.
Pino Construction, Verhaeg's Furniture, Schaefer Auto,
Coal Oil and Propane, Witt Services,
Lidkey Lumber, Hoffs of Brownsville, Municipal Well and Pump,
All Phase Heating, Cooling Geo, Back in Action, Brock Fleischer, Homestead Realty,
Ergo Bank Lomira, Maxwell Plumbing, Metalcraft of Mayville,
Michaels Corporation, Quest Interiors, Schroffnagel Implements,
Surefire Heating and Cooling, Westfall Printing and Graphics, Bristol Morgan Bank, Marshview Veterinary Clinic, Mayville Savings Bank, Bernard Plumbing, Keller Buildings.